Really interesting. Wow. Yeah, really interesting how he considered the fold so heavily because people just under bluff in these $400 tournaments. It's really, really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, what are his bluffs? You know, like if we really think about it, like sure, ace high, like ace high has some showdown value if you had ace five, and when he raises the turn with maybe some backdoor diamond draw or something like that, he actually gets called in on this kind of board. Like, what hands do you have that you're folding?
And it's gonna have some misdraws and things too. So I think calling is the only option myself. Let's see if Boogaloo got away from it. Ooh, call is 6.
So this is close between call.
Really interesting. So call is 6, raise is 7,500 is 10 points. And I'm gonna say he said that because this is a very bad player. And so he thinks the very bad player is gonna stack off here with worse queens a lot. I'm gonna guarantee that's what he's gonna say. Very interesting though. I thought call for sure was the right answer. I never am in this spot. I don't know. Interesting spot too. I think this is a little bit of a lesson for everyone out there too. A lot of times the hands we want to float with, like this one, are better as raises. So this kind of falls in that category.
Yeah, and he was kind of an echo chamber for us there, saying, you know, we just get better hands to call and worse to fold.
Yep.
Like he's going to have some gut shots in his range. He's going to have spade draw. He's going to have king X. And we kind of, we kind of identify kind of what cards are going to be bad for us on future streets, and we're aware how to proceed on those cards.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's a very good point, man. You right.
That was the best. You didn't say anything. You won. Just straight up.
You won. I'm just
All right, so look at this. You're not opening this. You just looked at this. You're not opening.
Button cut off, hijack, low jack, under the gun one. You are right.
Come on now. Okay. I am. So let's see if he.
He's got to open it, or there wouldn't be a hand.
It wouldn't
I'm
be a
already
quiz.
down on points.
You're already down on points in real life. Now, obviously, you're gonna cheat, but
I'm gonna evolve.
you're gonna adapt, right?
All right, let's play it.
I'm going to cry if he says he's folding here. Like, if he's like, yeah, you should be folding this in this kind of tournament, and you were actually right. All right, cool.
Wah, wah.
Like his spot where we have
Ah!
standard.
Yes.
And the reason is because queen.
I just want to say for the record that this is the best 3-point score I've ever gotten in my life. Because the right answer was fold.
Right? But you heard what he said
Yes.
about the tables. This is a 3K.
Here comes the excuses. 10
The
points
excuses
fold.
to
It says
open,
right
if your
here.
table is particularly tight and weak, welcome to the $5 2K world. I mean, the $11 10K. I'm opening this, yeah, for sure.
This is the best 3 points of my life.
That's hilarious. And everybody's 50.
nailed it. What the hell kind of play is that from King Queen? Who does that?
Who the hell? Yeah, so my dog.
Jonathan Little's an absolute crusher, so it's nice to have him.
Yeah, I agree, and I
Just
always love
coaching.
playing right after sessions like this because I feel like my brain's warmed up. I'm thinking through things, and so it's a good way to start your session for sure.
But, all right, guys, this is it.
What's up, Mike? You want to give a gist? He was saying Narco Cop was playing about depipping about 28% of hands. He had been very aggressive in this $10 buy-in, and here are the options to fold, to call, to raise to 1,200, raise to... What? Wait a minute, he made it 800, and my man's giving options to 12 and 1,400 ounces. So it's already getting kind of spicy. That's so nasty. To be on the site with these other crushers, well-known poker public figures is pretty exciting, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I didn't mention that when I was kind of giving a little intro here too. Assassinato, Matt Affleck, John Little, all coaches on the site, so very highly respectable, quality poker content.
Yep, Evan Jarvis as well. Member Evan Jarvis, Matt Affleck, Assassinato, John Little.
Yeah, so I guess that just makes sense. He could just have the ace of clubs in his hand. That's interesting, though. I
How
thought
many
that was
points you got?
interesting.
You didn't do that bad. 45.
I like how you just pat me on the back. You didn't do that bad. Well, yeah, good job, buddy. Like,
The back.
I remember I got the higher score in the first one. So, you know, we're 1 for 1, buddy.
I just want to know.
Calling, guys. Let's see if we're good.
Similar situation. That's pre-flop? I think pre.
All right, guys, we're checking, I guess. Oh, for fuck's sake.
One of the things I see people when it comes to poker is when you can get to the turn, there's an opportunity.
When you're facing a min raise or just a touch more than a min raise, and there's an ante in play, which is going to be the case in most tournaments, I think, going forward, you want to defend pretty wide. If your opponent's making a 2.
All right, cool. You're going 1400.
I'm going 1400, guys.
I'm gonna go call with the arm and just see what happens.
All right, and
I would fold in game though, for the record, in case that's the winning end.
You won. You win. I have to concede. You win.
14K.
14K, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Well, no, we can't win. This is a pretty rough spot because damn it.
Mm-hmm. Where do you go get my chat? They like naughty things. They like just beer, alcohol, you know.
All right, let's do I can do a $10 ACR.
$10 ACR giveaway courtesy of my man Toe. For me beating that ass heads up in this. Sorry. No, I'm kidding. We'll do this. We'll have to do it at least once a week, man. And then, you know, we'll do it. We'll do it every week a couple times.
So it's a tie.
I guess we got to give out $10 to each other's communities. We'll just do our own $10 free roll for each. Or does that sound fair?
Yes. Do you know what this means?
You win. I give his chat $10. Take it.
So that's cool
Filthy
because we have
animal.
2 ties and then a win from you and a win from me. This is like the epic battle. It's perfect. It's great.
Yeah, we're even Stevens.
This is awesome.
Take it.
I love it.
You know,
Stop. We got a giveaway going. Let's run the giveaway for the $10 ACR winner. Closing the giveaway. Drawing the winner. My man Sebs are getting the $10 ACR giveaway for this one.
yo,
Baby!
what up? Why do I hear this shit twice?
Are
Oh,
you
there we
listening
go.
to your own stream?
That is precisely what I'm doing. The study stream. Okay, there we go.
You also just have
The multi-stream up.
You
Yeah.
have me under Mephisto's name and Mephisto.
Yeah, I'm doing big things over here.
You'd think
You
by
guys.
You'd know what I look like.
Well, when you disconnect, when you join a call.
Yeah, you have to.
That's-
You can drag and drop it.
Yep. What
Oh,
up, guys?
GodsBigToe.
Good morning. Yeah, your toe. I'll move it. What up, guys? How's everybody doing? We are excited to be here. Poker coaching study stream time. Good fucking morning, Toe Army, Sixes Mafia. What up, baby? You guys already know what it is. If it's your first time here, welcome. And on my regs, how you doing? You already know what the deal is. We got a very special guest today. Someone that's been streaming for maybe about 2 years, maybe a little less, but has been super consistent. I really like their game. I think they got a super bright future, and I'm excited to talk with them, man. I mean, I've been lurking and hanging out like in the stream or watching the stream for a while and watching them progressively get better and better. So welcome, my dude Mephisto. How you doing, buddy? Oh,
Thank
we
you,
also
thank
got
you.
Toe
Thanks for
here.
having me.
I thought you were talking about me. I don't know what happened. Like, went sharp right.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks
Nah.
for having me. Appreciate it.
Nah, no problem, man. No problem. So yeah, people are commenting on the beard. Say Toe got a new beard.
Oh, yeah.
That was funny. No, so if you wanted to tell the community a little bit about yourself, kind of like what's your poker background. I know one thing that's kind of cool is he also plays cash games pretty consistently and plays tournaments, so he can kind of do both. And he plays them
Yeah.
online, so that's cool as hell. I like that.
Yeah. So definitely I have more of a cash game background. Been playing that like cash game online maybe for almost 3 years now. And started playing with like 200 zone on ignition, Bovada, definitely playing way, didn't have any concept of bankroll management, stuff like that, was just blowing that left and right.
Right.
But yeah, then got better, and actually started managing my bankroll better and playing on like ACR, playing like 25 NL, 50 NL, moving up from there. And then got to a point that I'm playing like 500 NL now pretty consistently. And
That's
then
cool as hell.
for MTTs, I didn't start playing MTTs till the end of last year. So I've actually only been playing like MTTs more so full time for still less than a year.
That's
But
crazy.
even just playing from the end of last year to now, pretty much started with like 109s and under, but just felt like my skill was good enough, and then just took some shots and was able to play with the big boys. And
Yeah, I see you playing the
and I'm still here now.
630s.
Yeah, I play
You're
the
in there
630. Yeah, the
You're in
630
there,
is literally that's like my baby. That's like my highest ROI on ACR. Like,
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
Yeah,
I respect
love that
that.
tournament.
Playing like the 630s and then playing 500 no limit online. He's traveling out to Vegas. I'm telling you, I mean, I think he has a lot of talent, and I mean, we're excited to have him here for sure.
yeah, thank you.
Guys, poker coaching in the chat. We're gonna get right into it. My man Toe, how are you doing, man? I feel like I'm hogging the mic here.
Hey, this is the Sixes show. That's cool.
No,
I'm doing good, man. You know, it's
Yeah.
Saturday. I'm ready to get better. Gonna give some shit away. We're
Hell
gonna do a
yeah.
Faraz Jaka quiz. You know me. My life is good. I can't complain, buddy.
Of course. Cool.
The only thing
well,
you forgot is
What's
the
up?
shill. Exclamation point PC in the chat.
Oh yeah.
For you to sign
yeah.
up for free to pokercoaching.com. Get 20 free quizzes, big blind charts for 100 blinds or more, and homework assignments. Please sign up, those people. Let us do this for you. There you go. I'm
There you
done.
go.
That's the whole
Cool.
show.
So yeah, we all know how this works. If we do pick you, if you do get picked on either side, make sure to tag us in chat so we see your answer. You already know if Faraz has a new quiz, we're doing that shit. And the cool thing today is we'll be able to pick a couple of cash game quizzes we're behind on because my man grinds the cash streak.
Because we have someone
and
here who
we'll
knows what they're
learn from it.
doing.
Yeah.
We
You
hope,
pick
right?
us, we're
We
just
hope.
gonna be fucking.
We don't play cash, so we wouldn't be able to tell you otherwise. It's perfect.
We don't play a lot of cash, but I mean, we still should mix it up sometimes. So. There it is.
Poker coaching in the chat, guys.
1352.
Poker coaching in the chat. The first keyword, as always, get them in there. We'll draw a winner. If you guys are first-time viewers, we're going to draw a winner from my stream. We'll draw a winner from Six's stream. We'll have you guys compete for $5. We'll ask you what you would do in this quiz. If you're the guy, try and answer as quick as possible. You get time to think, obviously. And try and tag us because the chat will go crazy and we'll miss it. Whoever gets the right answer and has the most points at the end of the show will get the $5. We'll see what you guys would do. We'll see what we would do. We'll see what the quiz would do. We'll have a nice little talk about it. It'll be a good time.
Hell yeah. All right, 1352. It is. Let's go.
We're doing
ahead.
1345. There's an earlier for Roz quiz.
Oh yeah, there's the 6-4 diamond, 6-4 suited. Yeah, 6-4 diamonds. Okay, we'll do that one. That works. All right, sir. I am ready when you are. What's up,
Yep.
PTR?
Draw it early. Let's do it.
I mean,
Early bird is
Mikey.
the GOAT. Literally, Mr. PTR. Congratulations on your trophy, buddy.
Yeah, Jesus. 2 for Ross quizzes today. Brain melted. Arlie, let's go. You loves to see it. Good luck, Arlie. All right, cool.
Let's do it. Let's do it,
6-4
PTR.
diamonds. I'm ready.
Rep
Oh, you
of
got
the
PTR?
Yeah.
He's dead. Dying.
Dead.
Smoked. All right, let's go.
He don't want none of this Arlinia hype. All right, let's play it.
6-4 suited here, sitting in the big blind on 100 big blind stack. We're in a $109 tournament online, open out of the hijack. Our options here are going to be to call, to 3-bet to 1,000, or to fold.
Who's jamming? Arlinia, you're jamming. Tell sixes. Call from Mr. PTR right out the gate.
Arlie snap calls. Thank you, tagging me. And yep, Arlie calls. RJ calls. Everybody else is like, what
Anybody
the hell?
raising?
Fold.
Call for Presty. Call for Hollywood.
Out there trolling. Says fold came. Next quiz.
You did, GTV. You did come out the gate saying jam. Fold! GTV folding. He's the only one. He's out there on Fold Island by himself.
6-5 suit. I can see us.
What a machine gun.
I see one fold in our calls. We don't need to waste too much time on this spot. I mean, I'm
Suited.
never folding.
It's connected enough.
straightforward.
Let's fucking
Never folding. Yeah, you're just not. I mean,
100% call.
yeah, exactly right. I mean, this isn't anything. I don't think I'm ever 3-betting this combo.
Nope.
Particularly from this.
Nah, definitely not.
GTP said he folded because he's not playing a hand until he finishes his bowl. You can tell he's in my fold stream. You can tell this is the Toe Army. All right, cool. We're calling. Let's do it.
All right, yeah, let's just snap call this. Call.
I'm basically just calling here. That's by far going to be the preferred play. 3-betting, I'm not crazy about. It could be okay, but generally we'd rather have hands that play a little bit better post-flop. So we want to be more connected. 5-6 suited, 6-7 suited, 7-8 suited. Those make much better 3-bets. We're 100 big blinds deep. We want to make sure we have a hand that plays really good if we're going to play 200 big blind pot. So it is close, right? But it's not quite there, which is why it's worth a few points maybe if you decide to 3-bet. But I generally would just call. So we call, we check it. Opponent C-bets about 1/3 of the pot. We can either call, check raise, or fold.
Call, check, raise, or fold.
We got a purr. What's
Check call,
the plan?
check raise. What do we like? Don't be scared. 6-30.
Call.
RJ call.
PTR.
Ooh. District check raising. RJ's calling.
I see Presty Dig out there with the call.
Brony's calling. Deuterino's calling. Arlie's raising
Beats
to
calling.
800. 30% check raise.
PTR is
70%
calling, but he
call.
would check raise this versus you easily, sixes.
Of course.
Smart man.
And then I'm never folding.
It's
so
important to
go on.
exploit. You want to attack the fish.
Call, check raise me. Call. Okay.
Bovine folding. We got to fold. Everyone else calling.
Yeah.
Fold for Hollywood.
I like to see if I can push
Couple
him
of
off
folds.
with mid pair and a backdoor draw, Arlie says. So she's giving a little reason. It's a little risky, I know. What up, Stinky?
Doug says, at least a call.
PTR,
Maybe raise if player
lol.
C bets at a high frequency. Needs some protection. Mid pair and runners to the flush incoming, says GT.
What does it look like over there? Like, why are most people calling? Or
A
how
bunch of
many people are
calls,
check
couple of
raising?
folds, and then Jelly considering check raising depending on the stats.
So you got like one check raise. I think there's a couple people here. There's a couple check raises here.
Yeah.
Um,
What are you doing? You're calling.
Mephisto, what do you like here, buddy?
Only because the person is in hijack, I'm actually leaning more towards a call. The only time I'm actually going to start check raising at like some sort of frequency is if my opponent is in cutoff or button, because then their range is wider.
Sure.
I don't like check raising this against like hijack or under the gun or anything like that. Even though you have backdoors, there's a lot of things you get to, barrel on, but just because their range is supposed to be tighter, unless they're definitely looser here, based on their stats. But let's say if this just, like an unknown, don't have much stats, I'm definitely just going to lean towards a call. And once again, more so check raising against cutoff, and then even more if it's a button C bet of 1/3.
So it sounds like he's kind of on the PTR chain where he's calling most of the time, but check raising your ass, sixes.
Yeah. Makes sense. I mean, it's just interesting here. Like he goes such a size, and we're going to be able to rep. I think there's going to be turns if when we do check raise and he does call, like we're going to get to rep spades. We're going to have some equity diamonds, straight draws, 4, 6.
Mhm.
It was like, I mean, I could like reasonably see check raising this board. I think they're betting range, and 6 is going to need some protection. So I just could see, but there may be also just calling here because there's going to be some turns that he just naturally slows down on, or we can just call with anyway, right? I mean, there's just going to be a number of middling cards. When we pick up equity of any kind, we can just check call no matter what.
Yep.
And that's going to be as effective as well. So I'm kind of torn. I could see just calling, but I could see raising being just viable as well because I think they're c-betting a lot and he uses a small size, right?
Yeah.
I'm always just calling here. No raise for me on this one.
I
can
mean,
see the
middle players
argument.
don't. Yeah, I could see it being viable, honestly. But you know, calling is probably just going to be fine as well. First time viewers, CES PTR. Yes, that's the legend himself out here getting owned in the streets. All right. Let's go ahead and raise to 800 because that's what Arlie's doing.
Oh shit, we're calling. Let's find out.
Let's go. 8.
Check calling is certainly reasonable
I love
here,
it. Let's
but
go.
the preferred play is
Five
going to
hand.
be to check raise.
Owned.
And the idea here
Owned.
behind check raising is
I
that
love it.
it just helps us realize our equity better. When we check call, just about every card is going to be an overcard that's bad for the big blinds range. The in position player is going to recognize that. They're going to barrel.
Mm-hmm.
And we can't call, right? An 8, 9, 10, queen, king, ace, all these cards come, they barrel, and we just cannot continue, even though we likely even have the best hand a lot of the time. But the reason we don't call is because if we call, they're just going to barrel us on the river a lot. And it's just hard to realize your equity. So check raising just makes it easier to realize your equity here. And the idea here is we don't want to check raise all of our 6s, but our 6s that need more protection because they don't have overcards with it. So we don't need to check raise queen 6, king 6 because we're protected on some overcards that come. This one less protected. Even a 7, 8, 9, 10, right? Those are all dangerous cards because they could give him a bigger pair. So because we have our kickers under the 6, that's partly why we want to check raise. And the second reason is we have backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw. So if 3, a 5 comes, we can decide, hey, maybe I want to turn my hand to a bluff and try to get him off 7s, 8s, 9s, 10s, and so on. So that's why we like the check raise here. Check raise, they call. Turns a 5 of spades. What do you want to do now? We can check. We can bet 1/3 of the pot and go 1,800, or we could bet about 2/3 of the pot and 1,600.
Woo! Faraz. I love it. I mean, he made a very good point. I mean, they're just going to be c-betting range in that small bet. We can just check raise. I would assume we're probably check raising like 6.
I really like that he's not check raising all his 6s because like I'm more likely to do this kind of thing with bottom pair, like pair and a draw of some sort. But I like that he does these lower 6s that need more protection.
You want to
think
call
that
it
makes a lot
like
of sense.
E6 and stuff like that because
Yeah,
when
yeah,
you turn an
versus-
ace or even king 6 because you turn an ace or a king, it's really good for you, right? Because you can stack. Like
You also
king, queen,
block
ace,
some of his
well.
jack X hands when you have an over, right? Like if you have a king, you block king jack, for example. You know. Yeah, really cool. I like it. I like it a lot.
Get him off 7s, 8s, 9s, and 10s. Never played ACR or Global? That's funny. We're straight blocking and still need protection. I'm lead 1,800. Arlie's going 1,800. Deuterino 1,800. Why did I say 800? Excuse me. 800, 800. All American is going 800 as well. Bet small. Everybody's betting.
PTR check raise to 800. Everyone went 16 in my chat. 16, 16, 16, 16, 16, 16, 16. 1
Yeah, I see more 16s
800.
over there.
PTR going 16.
Mine is all 8. My chat's mostly all 8s, and his is like mostly 16s. That's so funny.
The hammers.
The hammers. So funny. Olsen going 16. What did PTR go?
He is 16.
All right, cool. What are you doing, Toe?
I have mixed emotions about this spot. Part of me can see checking for sure. We check raise his board and get called. He's got a ton of jack X and then spades. and none of those things are folding the turn. And then part of me really wants to bet the 800 just because I don't want to get owned on turn and river. Like if I check here, he's just gonna make my life fucking hell. So I could bet 800 here, and then if he calls that, pretty much buy the river. So I'm kind of mixed between those two. I think today, if I was playing, I'd bet the 800. If Ross says check because most of what calls a check raise is jacks and a spade draw, then I could definitely see that argument as well.
Cool, Mephisto, you got thoughts here?
Yeah. So here, if I am check raising the flop, then I'm never checking turn, not on this turn at least. I'm going 100% of the time with the small 1/3 sizing for 800. Never polarizing to 1600. Just not a good idea because I don't have spades and they now have all the flushes. So for me to polarize on a card that's like, I mean, yeah, we do have more flushes than them, but still, it's just safer to just go 1/3. Like you see so many people fold so many hands, especially if they have like pocket tens and no spade that they floated. They just have to give up so many hands that are in their range. So
I mean, the population overflow stuff, they shouldn't as well, So
you'll notice that's a popular trend
so you don't
too,
even
on these flushy boards. We tend to just bet smaller in general.
You just don't have to go bigger to generate the same exact amount of folds.
Well, you don't want to
bet small here.
Yeah, you don't want to cap your range. You also don't want to be too polar out of position when he can still just have the nuts, right?
Yeah.
But we pick up equity. I think it's wise to just keep our range strong, uncapped, and where our 3, 6, 4 could all be good for us, and we could still just beat hands that are now ahead of us outside of flushes, and we can still generate some folds and have the best hand. I really like 800 as well. I don't really want to cap my range and then start check calling or check folding, what could likely be the best hand when I do have spades in my check raising range as well. So
I think it's really natural for people to alley-oop this too and go small and then big, but on these fleshy boards, we don't really have to.
Yep. What up, BTB? Yep. All right, cool. We are going 800.
We're going 16, I believe.
And let's see what Faraz thinks about this spot. Let's do it.
So on this turn card, I like both checking and betting small. I definitely don't like betting big. In general, when we check raise and a flush hits on the turn, the preferred bet sizing is usually going to be a small bet. And it's partially because we want to continue being able to bet our sets and our two pairs. And right, because we're pretty confident a set and two pairs is still the best hand, but we're not so thrilled that we want to just jam a ton of money into the pot. So we just bet small. That allows us to bet our sets, two pairs. We could also bet our spade draws like this, and of course our flushes too, just to be balanced. And with this hand, I could go either way. We can check because we say, hey, there's 4 spades out. There's 5 spades possibility out there. I don't want to be betting into a flush. Or we could just bet small because we're still getting a really good price versus a lot of over pairs that beat us. And we may even fold out some hands like 7s, 8s, 9s, 10s with no spade with a small bet. So I like doing that small bet here. We do get called. River's a 3. What do you want to do now? We can check it. We can do a small bet of 1,500, a larger bet of 3,200, or a big shove all in.
All right. Get there. Cool. I'm loving the PTRs getting owned. Good shit, Arlie. I might pay you double for this.
This is a tricky spot I think people run into a lot and make the very common mistakes that PTR made in this hand. A lot. Like most of my chat was doing that.
Going big, you can't. Nope. That. And you got to think of what happens when you go big there. You condense their continuing range, right, to hands that are certainly fucking smoking you.
Yep.
You're not even getting called by anything marginal at that point. When you go 16, just straight fucking heat is calling you. So careful. He just called the 800 on the turn. Here we are, 3,800 in the pot. We got a bunch of different options. Check 1,532 or the fucking hammer. All of it.
This game's easy when you know it's going to go run a straight PTR, but you still got the flush to think about.
Yep.
We got a mix here. We got 1,300 in my chat, which is a little off the rails. We'll upgrade it to 1,500. 3,200. We got pot.
1532.
We got all in for machine gun.
32, 15. Whew, see some 32s, 15.
Jamming for Mr. PTR.
15.
Jamming.
Jamming.
I played it. I'm jamming. Oof.
So right away, the last three answers. Jamming for
right.
PTR, 15 for Riley, and 32 for T-Law. We got them all.
Pot size bet or 3/4 pot.
Bovine jamming. Nobody checking.
3, 4, 5, 15. So Arlo's going 15. I see a pot, 0 jams, some 32s, 0 jams. Yeah, I mean, 32 for Kate. Yeah, now we're starting to see a lot of 32s. Damn, 32s are streaming in now. Personally, I'm pretty greedy here. I mean, I usually go on the bigger side, and then if you get jammed on, you just know you're dead. But I just don't think the range, if he still has kings, queens, ace jack, king jack, those kind of hands are just never finding. They're never finding a fold between 15 and 32. So
You don't think overpair pushes harder on the flop?
Not if he's just betting
Yeah,
that
not
small
always.
size with his entire range and
Like
he's
he
balanced.
bets, we raise, he just calls with all his overpair, you think?
There's some that don't really need protection, like aces with the ace of spades. You're just
Sure.
gonna get like you
Yeah.
don't need to fucking
Sure.
come back over the top with some of your strongest overpairs. I don't think you're just getting him to continue with 2 pairs sets.
It's thin though.
At his best. Yeah, I mean, I just don't think like a weak jack when you come back over the top of that, the made check raise, we make that indifferent and it folds. So I don't know. Cool.
I have mixed emotions. I mean, I'm not
I'm
jamming.
going 32. I'll probably go 32 in game, and if he comes back over the top, I'm gone.
Yeah, for sure you have to fold. But I'm not. I have mixed emotions because there's a 4-liner
15.
straight and a 3-liner flush out there, and we're in the big
Yeah.
line. And I'm afraid if we go, so not jamming because then we're only getting
Because
called
it
for the
goes
flush.
too,
They
it
fold all
looks
their
too
jacks,
strong.
right? 3,200 seems a little too much like the jack. It's gonna be shook. Hard for Jack 10, Jack Queen to call here. So
True.
I'm kind of leading 15
True,
for
true,
that
true,
reason.
true. You think ace jack folds?
No, but I think Queen Jack
No.
might. Jack 10 might.
King jack, ace jack. Well, we do condense the range of hands that can call, certainly.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
sure.
With the
But it
four-
just comes down to a few jacks, I think, and then everything else just folds.
Yeah. So I
It's so
definitely like
close.
these small. I like the smaller bet size in here too as well. 3,200. I'm not going this like never. Just not in this board texture. I honestly
that
the
there,
1,500. The 1,500, I would actually go smaller than this because I like to
Three.
go like just 30%. So I would be going like 1,200 or so, but that's pretty much in that same range. And Alinea made, like a really good point that you can just bet 1,500 because the flush is still there, and we don't have any spade blockers in our hand. So like
Right.
to just start betting big, we could just be betting and really into it. So don't want that to happen.
Yeah, because they would just never raise a flush on the turn. They would just call all their flush draws. They would
Yep.
never raise a flush on the turn.
Yep.
And they still show up here with a nut. So even our 1,500 bet on a 4-line board where we're uncapped and we're repping a flush, when we go 1,500 and get fucking raised, it's
Now
still
you can
pretty
still
sick,
get the
right?
fold.
Yeah, but when we go 32, you're just stone dead and we've over condensed the range. You guys are smart. You've
I
talked me
also
into
think
it.
they're never going to raise as a
1,500,
bluff.
baby.
Like when you bet your 1,500, they're never going to raise as a bluff. Right?
If he jams, I hope he jams.
Barry
Do
spades.
you?
Barry spades the only hand that can jam.
Woo! All right, cool. We're going 1,500. Let's see what Faraz thinks. This should be cool.
Wait,
PTR said he was jamming. Nope, can't go back.
No,
Nope,
he
nope.
changed it before.
No, he
did-
can't change it.
He did
No,
it before we talked.
3,200.
1,500 is what he said.
No, he's all in. All right, cool. Let's do it. All right, let's go.
On this river,
I think
I'm generally going
You
to be
guys are too
betting.
good.
I think our hand's pretty good. We still have the best hand a lot. That said, I might not be betting huge here because it's a lot harder for him to call now that the straight hit and the flush hit. So I might bet small to kind of target maybe some sets or, have him call with some overpairs with the spade in it, that type of thing. I could still see him kind of hero calling with queens, kings, aces with the spade in his hand, so versus a larger bet. So I'm not against a larger bet of 2/3, but I'm probably mostly just going with the 1/3 sizing, which is what I did here. Not quite 1/3, but close around it. Now the player shoves on us. So what do you want to do now? You can call off or fold.
Here you go, BT. Here you go, BTB. This is what you wanted. It looks sweet, doesn't it? Yeah, you get fucking jammed on. Oh my god. Well,
Rough life.
is he just jamming like ace king with only the single ace of spades or something like that to make your life hell? Ace jack with the ace of spades. Nasty son of a bitch. King jack with the king of spades. What if he's that good?
We got notes. Who this guy?
Who is this? Yeah, I mean, what if they're just jamming king jack with the ace jack with the ace of fucking spades?
Crazy.
God.
They're actually supposed to do it. I mean, this was
Hell yeah, it's nasty.
They're supposed to jam just the ace of spades, but most people aren't doing that.
Yee call. RJ's in the shower.
One. This is a tough one. We're super strong.
Early bet small.
We're way high up in our range.
PTR's folding. This is why I jam. He says, this is why I jam into this and get snacked off by better. Just snapped and worse to fold. He's trolling. Shit. God, this sucks.
Does.
How many bigs behind we got?
6.
6. Okay. Well, boys, well, people were like, well, looks like I'm rebuying. Sheesh. Folds for Viv.
He's just disgusting. I'm about to discuss it with you, PT.
Put him
I
on
think it's a
ace.
common situation. A lot of people folding in my chat. A lot of folds. We bet small when we induce as well. It's hard to say what's worse, chop at best. I mean, he's got no 4x in his range, Matt. So it's tough to chop.
Is this
Ace
where you're
four
mildly
suited,
tilted
pocket
and talk
fours.
yourself into a call? Be mildly tilted and talk myself into a call, saying it's jamming the ace of spades, but it's just a fold, right?
Bruce said he's tabbing out.
Big Tom Brown said he's never folding here.
Most people
Holy
aren't. I
shit.
think most people are not.
Sorry, not sorry. We're in this bar. Mephisto, are you folding?
Unfortunately, this is very player dependent, but just being this deep, I'm gonna tank and just be so fucking upset. But I'm gonna have to click the fold button. I might snap if I lost like 20 big hands or something.
Fuck this guy.
Just mildly tilted.
Yeah, I have to
to
be mildly tilted. I might just snap this off.
Yep.
Just say fuck you.
Yep. It's the truth.
You're gonna have to show me it, but 99% of the time, I'm just folding. It's just too massive. I bet 1,500. They're literally raising like almost 6x in position. Like when they're never bluffing. just the more you fold in these spots, the more profitable player you're gonna be. So just press the fold button.
Well, sometimes it's really good. This is a key exercise that I do, and I find the fold. Tell yourself the story, right? You check raised.
You bet.
You bet.
You bet.
And you
And then
fucking
you got
bet.
raised.
And then say, oh, there's a 4-line board and a flush on, and I have
Find a
everything.
bluff.
I could fucking be check raising a king 8 of spades here, and he's still just jamming into that range. Like, it's just insane. Get me out, I think.
Yeah.
I think
There's
just
no
get me
reason.
out.
Actually,
I'll put
pot's not a better river bet, Bruce, because if we bet pot and he does this, we just lose more. When we bet this
His
small
range is
amount,
stronger. His
yeah,
range is
when we bet
stronger.
this small amount,
Yeah.
like we lose less, and he's got no bluffs.
I don't know. Let's see if
We
Ross
check
likes-
raise, bet, like
Yeah.
he's got no bluffs.
If you pot river and jam, that's even more. Now it's 100% fold.
Yeah, it's definitely a fold.
And went on
I
1%.
put him on AK.
This guy is in 6-head bluffing ace.
I love it. If you're taking a strong line, they're still jamming on your ass. I mean, our range is literally just
Strong as
like
fuck.
from the big, and we can just
We
be
have
check raising like
every
the
combo
nut
of
flush draws,
spades,
like,
right? We have literally every combo of spades. We're in the big blind.
and they
We have every
fucking-
combo of 4. right?
Like ace queen of spades, ace jack of spades. I mean, ace 10 of spades, ace
Yep.
8 of spades in his range. Like fucking king 10 of
Yeah.
spades, king queen of spades. You
Let's
can
see
go
if,
on and on.
Faraz
Yeah.
might be too rich to
Get me
care
out.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
people
mean-
are just not good enough to bluff here.
Not on this spot.
Like it just doesn't happen enough.
All right, cool. We are folding. I'm pretty sure Arlie
PTR's
just
folded.
snapped. Hell yeah, she folded. Get me out. All right,
It's a
let's
fold,
do
but
it.
I'm not a dummy.
Don't do it, Faraz.
This is a gross spot.
Oh, super close.
My
Made 8
default
points.
is going to be to
Super
call
close.
off here, but it's very player dependent.
Nit.
Not
Need his ass
all
back on the
players
street.
have it in them to go for it here. So if you're playing a live game or a field where you know all the players, you may be able to kind of get away here. But in general, we're going to be betting our sets, and we're willing to kind of bet fold them here. We could even bet our kind of hands like Jack 6 here. That's why we're using that small block size betting. So yeah, I'm already betting Jack 6 and pocket 6s and deuces and folding those. Or even a 5-6, for example, I'm probably still value betting with the small sizing here. So when I have a better hand in my range, which is like my flushes and my straights, those are the ones I'm planning to call off with. That's a GTO strategy, and that relies on that player also playing GTO strategy where they're bluffing enough.
Yeah.
I would guess most people are under bluffing there, and we could just fold.
There you go, man.
But really villain dependent, and online you don't have that info lots of times. So if you're playing against a bunch of unknowns online, I might gear towards calling in higher stakes, folding in lower stakes. But then again, lower stakes is all over the place, right? Sometimes people are playing too tight in lower stakes, and sometimes people are playing too crazy, right? So it's hard to make a general statement. So if you're not sure in general, I would lean towards calling off here. But yeah, I could go either way.
Nope, don't get to see a thing. Don't know if he called.
Yeah, and I don't want it to
nothing.
get twisted either. Like, folding was an 8. Like, it's not like folding is a mistake. Folding is definitely a very profitable play. It was very close. And probably, in my opinion, the best play here. I think Faraz was too rich to care. But, like, and this is random 109, right? Like, random 109.
Yeah. I do like he made a really good point that he said at higher stakes he would lean more towards a call because people are more capable. That's why
they're gonna
ace
jam.
jack with the ace of spades is jamming on you in the high stakes every fucking time.
Well, not on that, but like I know
Like,
Justin, for example, will jam just the ace of spades here because he
like you show up here because they're gonna call if the ace of spades will get here in their hand in the GTO situation every single fucking time. Okay. Especially when we use the small bet sizing on a turn, it's just never folding. So if they get there with the ace of spades, they're just using it. That's why it was tough, right? Yeah.
The answer was not snap, GTB. It was
why
8
no
points
showdown?
for fold, so you're at least tanking.
Worked.
Because it doesn't matter what happened in the hand. It's the right play or the wrong play, and results don't matter. What up, Killing Bird? How you doing, buddy? What up, Drugs? How you doing, buddy?
Cool. That was good.
I think you got us on this one. We got hurt and flop and turn. 35 points.
Hell yeah. We're beating PTR's ass. 48, baby.
Yeah, nice one.
Good job, Arlie. Good job. That was fun. That was a tough one, man. That was good.
I think there's a lot of steps in there that people fuck up along the way. That, like, on average, people fuck up on the way. So I like that. I think it's a common spot.
Yeah, that was a pretty good hand.
All right, cool. Let's find some more quizzes. Let's change the key word and you know what time it is.
I'm not ready for that. Hang on one second.
We got to stay on schedule. Make sure to whisper me early and I'll get that sent over. Only in the quizzes, not in the streets. You did get me last time, you lucky son of a bitch. You got me good last time. Let me think. Cat
Jack
jam.
it again.
Cat jam.
All right, guys. Cat jams in the chat. Ready, go.
Hell yeah. Cat jam time. All right, cool. We'll pick a quiz. Actually, we'll let our guests pick a quiz, man. So you have from 1346 to
and up.
From up, yeah, to 1352. If you would like to pick one, we got to get you. We got to do a cash one eventually.
See, hold on one second.
Cat jam streaming.
J Lopez and the K Dub Diesel. Jabroni.
Killingbird, I
Poker,
saw
my
some
dude.
tweets. I
What's
didn't
up, bro?
realize like your aunt was Pablo Escobar. What the fuck? Have you seen Killingbird's Twitter account recently?
No.
You should go see his Twitter account. Sixes.
All right.
You said 1352, right?
We can do 1352. Hell yeah. But up to 1352. Yeah, that's
Oh,
the,
up to
my place.
1352. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. So
we have from
did,
1346 to 1352. You can
Yeah,
pick anything.
one of the
in
top
between
six
there.
quizzes.
let's see. Aces, probably ace nine suited, ace jack suited. I do like the aces hand. I feel like people overplay aces a lot.
Tristan Wade.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
T-Way. All right,
go
so
with that one.
13,
Wait in a while.
46.
This is in the online bracelet event too.
Sweet. That'll be good.
You didn't know either, Killingbird. You just went to see Aunt Susie and you went in her backyard and that's what it looked like. Holy shit!
That's crazy as hell. Yeah, I got to check it out.
Sounds like my family. The fuck?
All right, I'm ready to roll when you are.
Let's roll it.
Cat Jams. Yo, my dude, District. Let's go, bro.
Harley.
You got to reroll,
I
right?
gotta
Yeah.
re-roll. All right, I gotta re-roll. You just did the last one. Let's be fair. Let's share the wealth.
District, let's go, my dude.
Mr.
Got a
Boban.
ringer. Who you got?
Asinine Boban.
Nice. All right,
She's
cool.
crushing the screen and the quizzes. She is. She's crushing everything right now. Arlena, you need to go buy a lotto ticket. She
What up,
can't be
UNC?
stopped.
Good to see you, buddy. All right, I'm ready when you are.
Yeah, let's play it.
All right, guys, 1346, let's go.
Hey there, PokerCoaching.com members. Tristan Wade here with a quiz from 800 WSOP Online MTT 6-handed tournament. We got pocket aces. Awesome. Let's go. So I raise on the hijack under the gun +1 to 375. And this guy who just rebought, kind of an unknown player, 3-bets me to 1100. Action folds around to me, and I want to know, what should you do here? Should you fold? Please don't do that. Should you call? Should you raise to 2400, or should you just go all in?
Like
This
I
guy's a
says,
rebuyer. Maybe he wants to gamble.
Should we fold?
What do you
Please
think?
Don't do that. And fold is still an option.
All right, call. Slow player 2.4. We are 80 bigs deep.
Call and check in the dark is GTB's plan. What up, Dennis? Good morning. Rip City. Marlon pushing it. He's not
2.4,
ripping. He's going
2.4.
There isn't an
UNC
all-in option because we're 100 bigs
expat
deep.
Calling. 80 effective. Little shallower. Do we have more options? Anybody like calling? Slow play? Call and keep his 3-bet range in. Get that money in. Now, Shark Squeeze says easy call. J Lope, call.
Keep a bid. Call, says Presty. Our Lydia raises 24.
Unknown
Some
rebuy
people
player.
are
Call for
saying
Boban.
calls. Wow.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Little sneaky sons of bitches. I like it. Tough.
Felicia Suerte raising.
Or
There's
bad.
a
Brett,
decent
though.
mix of 2400 and call.
What's up, my dude?
0 people balancing their folding range.
Yeah, no, it's pretty decent here between, I mean, it's literally looks like it's 50-50 or so, like maybe a handful more 4-bets, but man, there's a lot of calls. What do you guys think? I mean, always 4-bet club, mixing, it's a rebuy player. You think he's going to be more apt to just never fold? What do you guys think?
I'm always re-raising this deep, and I would call like 30 bigs deep. But I'm trying to get stacks in at some point. So I would raise this. I wouldn't click back because I mean I would go a little bigger than click back. You get more value from literally everything that's calling. But
Yeah, calling for me is never an option. I'm 4-betting 100% of the time. Like, I am never and the reason, and I'm also 4-betting a little bit bigger than 2400
Me too.
personally, because it's like 2.1x. I don't like to go that size out of position this deep. Usually 100 big blinds deep. I'm going like 2.5x. So I'm going like 25, 2600. That's one thing. And another reason why I'm always four betting is that in this spot, when I am this deep, I have four bet bluffs. Some people don't have four bet bluffs, but I have four bet bluffs. And I need to balance that with also, four betting my aces. So I can have value of bluffs. And you'd be surprised how often even some random players in tournaments, you can four bet this spot and they'll just freaking fold ace king because they're like, oh fuck, they have aces, they have kings. Oh fuck me. They didn't even want to call, and you just get them to fold ace king sometimes.
Most people don't have a live four bet. Most people.
Yeah, but you just
They're gonna take ace
yeah.
four, ace five suited here and make it a bluff. Like they should.
Yeah, exactly. Like if I have ace five suited here, some frequency I'm four bet bluffing. Ace queen off, I will four bet bluff as well. Ace queen suited, even I would still be four bet bluffing. Sometimes I would call ace queen suited though, but I'm more likely to four bet bluff ace queen off here. And I use the same size as 25, 2600.
Yeah, this is a little small. It's like 2.3.
Yeah.
It's like 2.2x or something like that. And I guess it's okay to split your range specifically with aces if you just like are targeting and you think.
Also, we go smaller with our four bets on some level. Like, we're not going to 3.3x it or 4x.
But at the same time, like, some of your hands would need protection. It's like, you wouldn't want to go this small naturally to give his entire fucking range of price.
Yeah, like, in position, the sizing is pretty good, because it's like 2.2x or whatever. So, out of position, I like to go a little bit bigger personally.
Yeah, we want to make we're playing out of position, so we don't want to, we want to make the SPR a little bit more shallow, right? Since for our positional disadvantage. But nonetheless, agreed. For the people who say they want to call cool, but one of the notes here is like, this guy's a rebuyer. I think he's going to be more apt to just like play more pots. He's already probably kind of tilted or something. You're just thinking of like the psychological aspect of somebody who's already just put in a bullet. I don't think he's folding for a small ass price in position, getting a good price. So we right away get the SPR a little shallower, we can get more money in. So I'd probably just four bet here always.
I didn't even think that far. I was like aces, 80 bigs deep, four bet, ready go. That was the whole thought process.
We're trying to go five heads. All right, cool. But we're
calling.
And my dude is, I just seen the district is always four betting. He said, I'm sorry.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
All right, basically two options here: call or re-raise. Going all in is not an option. That just discourages them from continuing with weak hands, and folding is never an option here when you have the best hand pre-flop ever. So how do we know if we should call or should we re-raise? Well, I think the dynamics, the stack sizes, who you're playing, these are all factors into what you should do in terms of moving forward. If we were a little less deep, then maybe I would be a little more inclined to call here. Let's say we're deeper in the tournament. We both have 40 or 50 bigs behind, and the pot's going to be bigger. Then maybe I would want to just call a little bit more. So I gave that a score of 7. But I think given the deeper stack sizes and the fact that this player might be a little on edge because they just rebought, I decided to just go for a smaller 4-bet here. So I think 2,400 is big enough. We're out of position where we keep some weak hands in there, and it doesn't really scare them away. I think if I go like 3,500, it doesn't have a lot of playability since we'd have about a pot size bet left behind nearly. So I go 2,400 and we get called. The flop comes queen, 4, deuce, 2 hearts. What should we do now? Should we check? Should we bet 1,450 or should we bet 2,500?
All right, 5K in the pot. What's the plan now, Army?
Half pot, quarter, like a third pot or something, and then
pot,
check.
Half pot.
Interesting options. Where's the
no big bets for Tristan in this spot? Small bet, 1450 for Dennis.
Shit.
GTB open folding because it's global and the guy's got a set of 4s. 2,500 for Doorknob.
1450.
Check and let him jam. He's never jamming 12-6 into 5K there, GTB.
Small bet. Oh no, man.
25 for Raleigh. 25 for Bovine. 25 for Izzy. The 25 is just streaming in the chat.
We see a lot of 1450s in my chat. A check, and 1450s. I think this quiz is set up this way for a certain reason.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
6s with the 5 head.
Yeah. There's only, I mean.
He's tilting.
Why is he? But it's cool. 1450, 1414.
Has played, we checked.
Yeah, a
His
lot of
machine gun.
1450s.
I know it makes, I mean, Brad Doe's going 14. You got 60 bigs behind. If it wasn't a flush coordinator, I would be checking for a lead. However, I would bet out 1450 as a correct play. I believe Arlie says. Check raising here, Big Town Brown says.
So you got to check too.
Cool. What do you guys wait a minute. Where did District go? I'm sorry. District, make sure to tag me in chat, my dude. If you go.
Bovine going
Isn't
25.
even chat.
Check raising GTP says for sure.
What are we doing here, my dude? Bovine's doing check. Bovine's checking.
Bovine
what you
is
said, Joe?
2,500.
2,500. Okay.
Sizing up. Well, half pot. Sizing up given the options.
I'm still waiting for District. He's got about 20 seconds.
Oh, shit.
We can't be waiting all
District,
day.
get your shit together, son.
This is our show. With the heart, I check, Keaton says. Like that. It's all good. What are you doing here, man? You're
Who the fuck 4 bets pre and checks? Says Matt.
Check raise for Shark Squeeze. Trap, you sons of bitches. All right, District, let's go, my dude.
Uh-oh, I have to redraw.
Brandon going larger size.
All right, he.
What?
Bring in Arlinia. She's the alternate.
All right, cool. Dude, we can't wait.
Mandolia, thank you for the follow.
What are you guys doing here?
Oh, definitely better than small.
Me too.
Just small bet.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
I think it makes a lot of
1450.
sense.
Never checking. I am not 4-betting ever
Who
in
the
my entire
fuck?
life and checking the flop. That is like, just don't do that.
Don't do that.
Because then now you see when I actually have like bluffs and stuff, you know, you do see better, and then they just fucking fold because they just miss, you know? They fold, they're like, oh, what can they have? Maybe they have like, I mean, obviously we have aces here, but let's say we actually had like ace, even if we had like ace king and this is the same board and they had like ace 10 of spades. And I just see that they can't fucking float ace 10 of spades here. They have to just muck.
And if you check, they can make your life hell. With
So
it.
do you think at this stack depth there's like an elasticity like between 1450 and 2500? Do you think the range changes at all between what they're calling with? I mean, I think at this maybe we go. It just seems like this is set up to just have a 1 SPR on the turn. Because if we go 2500, there's going to be 10K on the turn, and we're going to have 7,500 behind, which is kind of nice.
That's nice. The other good thing, too, is about betting versus checking is that we're still going to get one street from all his underpairs. Like 9s, 10s, jacks,
I would go bigger.
They're going to float one more street here, and you're going to get value. You don't want another overcard or a heart to come and scare those bitches away.
Yeah, I would tend to go a little bit bigger. I mean, this deep, if we think he's going to call with all his pairs for one, with between 1450 and 2500, there's not really like, I don't think he's going to start floating any differently between those two sizes, and the SPR is going to be much nicer to get it in on turns.
Yeah, only because the bigger bet here, like the pot is 5K. The bigger bet is actually like, even though it's the bigger bet here, the bigger bet's only half pot.
Yeah,
so
it's only half
that's why it's fine. It's not like it's saying 66 or 75% or like 5 or something like that. So yeah, you can go half pot here, but still me and a 4-bet pot.
Probably just go always
I just
small.
go into small. Yeah, I just always go small. Yeah,
But
I don't
being
like.
a little bit.
And like a 4-bet pot, I don't like trying to make it so that, especially when we're deep. This is even in cash game and in tournaments when you're 100 big blinds deep. I think some people like to just set it up in a 4-bet pot that they can just bet on flop and just jam their turn with aces and stuff like that. But then when you actually have bluffs, like let's say I actually have ace king here,
You want to bet small
and
anyway.
I bet small, and then let's say the
Be
turn,
balanced.
and let's say they have like pocket tens with a heart or something like that, and then the turn comes like just a complete blank, and then on turn I don't want to just start jamming ace king,
Right.
you know. So on the turn I'll go small again,
Right.
and then now they're like, oh fuck, they're probably just trying to trap me with aces, but I have ace king, and then they just
Yeah.
start mucking their their pocket pairs that they are forced to float on the flop. So that's
Right.
why I like to do that, just to
You
keep a
keep your
balance
range.
of betting sizes on the turn. Like I don't like just jamming turns and getting it in, you know?
Yeah, because you still, I mean, because still at that point, whatever they fold it with, we're not going to get it all. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, because they're just going to be like,
Exactly.
all right, I paid off my one street. I'm never ahead here. I'm dead.
I
So,
love it. I mean, that's
Cool.
Toe 101. I love it. Everything he said. Do what he said.
yep, small. Yep.
Oh, wait. Do what he said.
But with Tristan, I think in this quiz, if we were guessing, I think Tristan's going to go 2.5.
Oh, shit.
Personally.
Controversy.
I mean, I'm
He's
always
leveling
going
him.
small.
He knows him personally. He's had dinner with the
No,
guy.
I'm just looking at this. I feel it. I'm just guessing. I'm trying to five-head it, but I would always just go 1450. But we're.
I think in
checking-
general, when you are on a 4-bet pot and you see bet, the general bet size is going to be third
Small.
pot.
Yep. Or quarter or 15%.
Yeah.
15%. All right, cool. Checking. Let's go.
2,500 for us. Let's do it.
Pretty safe flop here.
Hey,
Our opponent
Tristan.
shouldn't have deuces. They shouldn't have
Nice,
pocket
nice.
fours.
Thought he was
They
gonna
could
go
have pocket
2.5.
queens, but that's one hand that beats us. No big deal.
Sixes down
And then
Tristan.
there's the
I did.
myriad of other hands that are in the middle, like eights,
sure.
nines, tens, jacks, whatever, ace highs, that might want to put more money in here. So should we check? Sure, it's okay if you want to start trapping and try to be super tricky, but without us having the ace of hearts, I don't like that as much, because if it goes check, check, and a heart rolls off, it's a little harder to play turns and rivers. So I think we want to keep betting here. Now, when it comes to our bet size, we are already playing a 4-bet pot, so I don't think we need to go that big. And any kind of bet we make now can get us all in on the turn, more or less. So I gave bet 1450 10 points, and I gave bet 2500 8 points. I don't think you need to go bigger than half pot here. You could make an argument, since we don't have the ace of hearts, to bet a little bit bigger, but on this texture of a board, I don't think we need to protect our hand too much. So I gave 1450 the best option. So I go ahead and make that bet. Our opponent puts in a small raise to 3700, and what should we do now? Should we fold? Should we call? Should we re-raise to 6500, or should we go all in?
And then what? Now what? Who's thinking of all the bad things?
I was thinking, Machine Gun is thinking about all the bad things. I can hear him.
Yeah, he
already.
is. He's screaming. Yeah, I can hear him as well. The nightmares of it. YOLO.
Man out there ripping it. Jelly ripping it. Mendo ripping it. Mango ripping it.
Gems.
Everybody ripping it.
Oh shit.
Tilty McTilterson is punting off again. Let's fucking go.
Ribeye, dude. He's ready.
Ooh, Dennis out there with just the call.
Zay Cole.
All in for Bovine. Ben Zucker all in. Everybody jamming. Jam. One call. Dennis out there on Call Island by himself. Call Island by himself. All in. All in.
I'm seeing more calls. I don't know. It's 50-50 in my chat right now.
Yeah.
Maybe a few more. You want to see these jamming?
It's 99-1 right now on mine.
No heart.
You gotta have heart, kid.
Without Ace of Hearts, just rip it. Super adaptoid.
There's another call. Lucifer hanging out with Dennis on Call Island.
You don't want to let opponent check back turn. You call, they check back turn and get to realize with oof.
Police Suerte calling. There's another one on Call Island.
So
Square says, if I had a heart, I would call. Consider it at least. And no heart with an SPR of 1. Jam it. Cat jam for T-Lo.
flat for SPR turn. Open jams. Open jam the turn, Big Town Brown. What? Call, just rip into him on the turn. All right, cool. District of jamming. I'm ready when you guys are. What are you guys thinking? I mean, it's kind of interesting, right? I mean, there are those situations, but does he ever have a fucking bluff here that just stops bluffing, or is it just a queen that just wants to get it in? I don't know why a draw wouldn't just call, but it's kind of interesting. Like, feels like we just want to put the money in when SPR gets this shallow out of position. I mean, I mean, when we call, he goes check, and then he just gets to realize we get to get it in anyway. It's not like, with flush draws, he's folding anyway. So I'm not really afraid because the money's just going in, right? I guess I just jam sometimes. Maybe if I have a harder call, but yeah. You guys jamming, calling?
I'm all in. I've been all in like 3 or 4 times already. I mean, when it's 4-bet pot, and then we c-bet, and he raises this. He's got kings, he's got ace queen, he's got a flush draw. Like, I don't think jacks is doing this. He's got a set. I don't know what set he has. Set of queens, 4s and 2s, probably pretty unlikely. Like, I'm trying to get it in now.
Yeah, so a lot of people are getting in here. If I had the ace of hearts,
call much more.
Playing a 100% call with my exact holding. So I always like to RNG. Like, I RNG a lot when I'm making decisions. Here in this spot, if I rolled I always do like 0 to 100 rolls. If I roll an 81 to 100, I'm gonna take the aggressive line of just jamming, but 80% of the time, I'm just gonna lean towards a call here.
Even without the heart.
Yeah, even without the heart. I think that people get a little bit. I think when people it's just a tendency in poker that people see a flush draw on flop, or just even flush draw on turn, and they just assume that their opponent always has it when they don't have to have that exact. They don't have to have that exact hand. So you don't really just have to just start jamming. Because what if they're just and once again, like Crazy Six has made a really good point, like pre-flop about 4-betting that this person reboard. So they could be spazzing like any 2 cards at this point.
For sure.
So why I need to just call and then let them do the jam and just destroy themselves on turn if they just have some random non-2 heart hand, you know?
Because people are worried about the flush draw. Dude, he's going broke with the flush draw no matter what when we jam. Yeah. He's never folding it. So if he has that portion of the range, you're just against that no matter what. You don't get to run from it. You can't hide from it. The money will go in no matter what. And like, if he's bluffing, we get to keep in his bluffs.
So there's not a lot of aces in the deck to scare him on the turn, and there's not a lot of kings left in the deck to scare him on the turn.
But I mean, there's a lot of other good cards. Yeah, and there's a lot of really good cards, and it may look like we have a misdraw or some hand when we call. Then he might feel like he can bluff off. If he has a queen, he's going broke anyway. If he has a flush draw, he's going broke anyway. But by calling, we at least keep in that variant of like bluffs. We keep him with bluffs in his range, even if it's like 5% of the time. So yeah, very good point, man. Very good point. Cool. My dude was. What are you doing here, man?
I forget what Bovine was doing, but I think everyone was fucking jamming. So
I'm pretty sure.
Up real quick.
District said jam.
Definitely.
Yeah, he did. He said jam.
Give me out. What up, Narco? All right, let's do it. All in.
So although this does look very strong by my opponent, maybe they think we're weak. Should we ever call here? I don't think we need to call here. There's already 10,000 in the pot. We only have 9,000 left. And should we ever fold? Hell no. Like, what are we scared of? No. Sure, our opponent could have pocket queens, but would they really raise us on the flop? Probably not. They'd probably just let us keep bluffing. So our opponent could have like ace-3 of hearts, ace-5 of hearts, maybe 5-6 of hearts. Either way, our hand is just way too strong. We're not concerned about this board. And putting in a small raise isn't good here because the money's ready to go in. The pot's big enough. So I think just going all in is the only play here. There's really not much else to say about it. And that's what happens. I go all in. And I do think my opponent has a hand that we will see play like this. And that is a suited queen with a heart. So I expect like queen 10 with hearts or queen king of hearts to raise that sometimes. And anyway, this is a coin flip now. We got to win it. Turn's good for us. River is not. and this hand sends me on my
Oh,
bike.
GG.
So overall, not much to say. I think the big message here is what do we do pre-flop? And then, we got a great flop, and so did our opponent. And unfortunately, we just didn't win this run out. So thanks for joining me. Tristan Wade, signing out.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly feel like calling is viable. Like this is gonna run out no matter what, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think it was just viable, and we got what all in we went all in. We got a 10 for that, of course. But what was the what did he give the other option? Calling.
I don't know. We
Or did
jammed.
your play? Oh, you're jammed as well. Damn, I was wondering what he put for call. What was call? Anybody in chat? Click call. I wonder what he gave for that for a score. I'm not going back. Fuck it. We got a 26 though, Toe. What'd you guys get? Swish?
25.
Oh!
1 point.
Bro.
His ass didn't deserve to win. He like fell asleep mid-quiz. He went and made some lunch or something, dipped out, and still won. What a life. What a nice life you got there, sir.
Oh yeah, and another one. Just quick point about that hand.
Wait, I want a judge ruling. Did you
'cause-
pick the turn action or did he?
He
Oh no,
did.
they picked it. Yeah,
I was like,
district
did he get
all
sixes in as a ringer?
No.
Cool.
Go ahead. What were you saying?
Yeah. I was like super adapt said tournaments are dumb. Who 3 bets, queen 8 suited and then calls a 4-bet pot, right? So remember how I was saying about the sizing pre and stuff, how in this particular spot, 4-bet pot out of position, you should be sizing bigger. The fact that they sized that 2.2x or that 2.1x, now they're gonna call that queen 8 suited because you just get too good of odds, even though they know that they'll probably beat. They can just flop something like this and then
Especially
they win.
suited.
So now when you go that 2.5x or slightly bigger, you start folding out hands like queen 8 suited because you don't give them the proper odds to call. And that's why we want to size up out of position when we're doing 4-bets. Definitely makes a huge difference.
Yeah, they just get to continue with his entire goddamn range when you go 2.2x.
Yeah,
like he's
it's
getting
like,
like 3.5 or something.
Let me just call
Insane.
everything. So even 3-2 suited, I might as well play it. I mean, I'm gonna rebuy a third time at this point if I'm this guy.
Right. Cool. Let's put in another keyword. So you got one, my man. You want to go with the guest? And actually, we should give him a shout out. Let me give my man a shout out, guys. Special guest today, Mephisto. He's been grinding on the streets for a while. Stream is blowing up. We appreciate having him here today. He's giving some great insight. Quick little shout out. There's the channel. And I spelled it wrong. Hell, yeah, you know how we do.
Mephisto in the chat. Memphisto.
That's what I got. Oh, did I have the numbers wrong? Here, wait a minute.
Oh, I didn't put the numbers.
You threw the
just,
M. You
just
threw the M.
Mephisto. In my chat.
Shit.
Yeah.
Keep it simple.
Here, wait a minute. And the keyword, let's just
Or Mephisto. There's no
six
M.
shows real quick.
I fucked it up too. Holy shit.
Yeah, no, I always put two
Yeah.
M's in there, man. I'm
Yeah.
really bad. with that.
M-E-P-H-I-S-T-O.
I'm from Memphis. I'm
There
from
we go,
Memphis,
there we go.
Tennessee. That's why,
Do it again, Marlon. That shit doesn't. There we go. Marlon and Costin. Do it again.
Am I stupid? There it is.
Said 6 toes.
6 toes.
That's the usual.
This is like a borderline boss. Oh shit! All right, we got that going. Give my man a follow, and then the Twitter. I'm sure I spelled it wrong there as well. Yep. But the Twitter name is right. Give my man a follow there as well.
Twitter's good.
1348 for the quiz.
Oh, you want to pick 1348? My bad.
I'll just get us ahead of the game.
My shit's loading slow as.
At least I spelled it right in the chat, like on the. Overlay.
I was like, damn, I spelled
I
that
spelled
shit
it right
wrong.
on
How
the
many
overlay. I
fucking
copied
times?
sixes.
Damn.
Fucked myself up.
No, yeah, do not
Yeah,
copy
it happens,
my
it
spelling,
happens.
whatever you do. It's like a 50-50. You're flipping. All right, 1348. We got JL with the H Jack in the main. He's been playing the main event. We've been following that series. So yeah, this is good. We'll keep up He got nasty as hell with the 6-5 last week.
Did.
We didn't really agree with the line, but
Didn't make it
worked
any
out.
less nasty.
No, yeah, right. Oh shit!
Ready to
All
roll
right,
it?
cool. Yes, sir. I am. Let's do it.
Oh, you dead.
Uh-oh.
Machine gun!
Ruh-roh, the machine gun. That bread though, there it is.
Oh
Hell
shit!
yeah,
Uh-oh.
my dude. Nice thing.
Pressure's on.
The pressure's on.
Low
Don't
stake
shit the
streamer on
bed.
low stake streamer. Violence! Yeah, let's go. They're
What up,
battling for the
P-Rose?
Twitch title. I know
Welcome
he
to
was
Hard
battling
Stock
Boski for
Mid-Stakes
it.
Anonymous.
Now
What's
he's
up, my
battling
dude?
Marlon. Marlon
Cool,
in the
let's do it.
main. It's the dream. Let's do
Corey,
this.
let's go, Corey. All right, 1348. Let's do it. Let's go.
Here we have Ace Jack offsuit in the World Series of Poker main event, facing a raise from the low jack to 800. Should we fold, call, re-raise to 2,300, or re-raise to 4,000?
This is interesting because I've been doing different things in this exact spot lately.
You want to see?
Oh, Marlon wants to spend 20 on the side. He's spicing it up. He's taking side bets.
Well, I mean, the fact that these quizzes are they've been out there. I don't know.
Marlon's not a member.
Ooh.
He doesn't know.
USC.
He hasn't taken
I
this
mean,
yet.
that bread though.
that.
He wants to side bet $20. We got side bets in this bitch.
Oh shit!
Damn. He can call.
Lango going 23. Oh, everyone going 23. Dennis, Cab, Lango, Presti.
What are you doing here,
Everybody
Brad,
racing.
though? Make sure to tag us as well. It cannot take 10 minutes to answer, please.
GTP calling.
Side
now we
bets
got
in the
some calls
steady
coming
stream.
in.
Things just
GTP,
got
Izzy,
spicy.
and Riley calling.
We flat calling since we got a tight player.
I heard
next
Shack is a
three-bet.
mandatory 3-bet, he says. 33. Marlon's firing.
Never 4K and we never flat.
I see you, Marlon.
Bredo is 3-betting to 2.3.
So is Marlon.
Cool. Yep. I mean, shit, I'm not flatting here. I'm 2.3. Easy.
This is interesting for me because
Nope.
I'm going to look at the chart right now. But, like, I know that when we're deep like this, we're deep as fuck. We're 200 bigs deep, 150 bigs
Yeah, we're very
effective.
deep.
But
We
use these
3-bet the
bluffs.
suited stuff when we're this deep. And the offsuit stuff gets awkward. And when Affleck was hanging out here the other day, he was talking about flatting spots like this and flatting ace queen here. When it's offsuit.
Are we
and
misapplying?
we're
Did he
deep.
say button?
So I'm looking at the chart right now. I'm looking up as I talk because it's something I've been kind of fucking with. Up until a week ago, I'm 3-betting this like 100% of the fucking time. But after Matt Fleck was hanging out here and he got in my head and mixed my brain up, I've been flattening this a little bit the last week or so.
It's got to be a majority. And he's a lag, so that
Button
like
cut
makes
off
me
or cut
think
off
he's
versus
opening. He's opening appropriately wide enough where we're gonna just have a good 3-bet range.
So this is interesting. If you look at the chart, I'll bring it up. Ace Jack fucking mixes. It's 55-45 call versus raise. Ace Queen
60?
off though. More raise, more flat. I'm
more
sorry.
flat. Yeah, ace queen
50-50
flat, yeah.
flatting versus raise. Ace Queen off, more flat than raise. And the suited stuff you guys see, we always raise. Cool.
Oh, you got the chart up?
I did. Do you want me to leave it up there for you?
Oh yeah, here. This is what he's talking about. It's kind of hard to see, but you can see it there.
Cool.
No, you can't see the ace jack, but it's
Well,
55-45.
come to the good stream where we have charts and shit. Stop hanging out in sixes, whacking.
We winners over here. We win all the flips. Do you like money or do you like charts?
Do you like the fucking?
We like money over here.
Smoke and mirrors or hard cash.
Oh yeah, we win over here though.
I'm surprised with the flats. I'm playing a 3-bet or fold, to be honest. Here
That
and
was
then
me.
yeah,
2 weeks ago.
yeah, definitely 3-bet or folding. I'm not flat. This is just too deep. Oh man, I'm gonna get into so much trouble. So yeah, I'm 3-betting a folding. I want to play heads up pot. Number one. Number two. Since we're this deep, 2,300. This size, it's like they open 2.5x, 2.66 to be exact, and I'm 3-betting to like 8 big blinds. When I'm deeper like this, especially over 100 big blinds, I actually size up more.
Yeah, I'm going
So I would be
26,
going like
28.
10. I'll be going 10 big blinds here. So I would be going 3,000. That's not an option. So I'm actually going to lean towards the 4,000. I don't like even 4,000. Just it's too big, but you guys get what I'm
It's
trying
better
to
than
say.
2,300.
Because
Yeah,
what
it's
you're
better
trying to
than
say
20.
These
Yeah.
are two evils for you.
we're
I
not
get it.
looking at the multiplier, guys. We're looking at shallow. We're looking at the SPR that we're trying to create, right? For a
Yeah.
3-bet. We're not looking at, oh, I'm just going to 3x for it. We're just looking at the SPR we're trying to create. So if he goes small, if he min raises, you want to go big as fuck, bigger
Yeah.
at this when
Yeah.
we're shallow,
Yeah,
because you don't want to have a
'cause
small.
You wouldn't just 3x it
SPR.
in that case or 4.
And then you
No,
just
we
give
go
them
big as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you just give them so much good because they have 150 big blinds. So now they can start calling a lot of shit that we don't want them to call. So
Yeah, but if you just use your standard multiplier at 2, like you'd be going 6 and you'd be going to like 24, when I think you would want to be at like 3K 32 or something a lot, right? So
yeah, well, yeah. What I was saying is that when I'm more than 100 big blinds, I up it
yeah,
because
okay.
of
I
the
like it.
odds and stuff like that. You don't want to just keep it the same because the thing is, if I'm going
Like
2,400 at
4.5.
like 80, 90, then I have to start sizing up more to take away those
like it.
odds that I'm giving my opponent.
I like it.
Well, wait, that bread though said 2,300 though.
Yeah,
Soda-
I mean, I
soda
do
machine.
at 23.
Soda machine.
I mean, no, but
Yeah.
I mean, I really like, you make a very good point. This could be a hair small, but I know in
Mhm.
position, sometimes we do get to, especially in later positions, we can have a smaller 3-bet size. Whereas if he opens up front and we're up front, we want to be a bit larger, but in position, we can just go like, instead of being 3 to 4x, sometimes we can just be like 2.5 to 275x. You see in some charts and stuff, but you make a lot of good points. 2,300 it is. Let's see what JL likes.
This is a scenario where you can either call or 3-bet. If you think you're going to get 4-bet a lot of the time, then you would much prefer to 3-bet. I'm sorry, you much prefer to call because you don't want to 3-bet and then get 4-bet frequently with a hand that would probably have to fold to a 4-bet or be in a pretty rough spot against a 4-bet. However, if you think your opponent's going to raise a lot of hands and then rarely 4-bet, which will usually be the case, you should tend to 3-bet your decently strong offsuit high card hands. And I think this is a perfectly viable spot to 3-bet. You have to ask in this spot, am I 3-betting hands like ace queen and ace jack and king queen? Or am I 3-betting king jack, queen jack, and ace 10? Or am I 3-betting just a lot of them, right? Because I think my opponent's going to fold too often or call too often pre-flop, then fold too often to flop, turn, and river bets. And I typically call ace queen in this scenario the majority of the time. I often call ace jack and king queen. And I'm usually 3-betting ace 10, king jack, and queen jack the vast majority of the time against a loose aggressive player. But I certainly can see myself 3-betting to 2,300 here very, very frequently. I mean, I probably mix up calling and 3-betting here, like slightly more 3-betting than calling, but it's definitely close. I do 3-bet this time. If you do 3-bet, you want to make it about 3 times the initial raise when we're playing deep stacked. You don't need to go gigantic because when you start going gigantic like 4,000, then you start to induce your opponent to play somewhat straightforwardly to the point that they're not really messing up by folding ace 10 offsuit or king jack offsuit. Flop comes jack 9-3. Opponent checks. Should we check? Bet 2,000. Bet 3,400. Or bet 7,200.
All right, here we go. What's the plan?
What are we doing? 3.4 OV. 3.4, Chuck Nola 2K. We mix and overbet doesn't make sense. 2K for RJs. Red though going 3.4K though, the man of the hour.
It's a pretty good mix in my chat between 3,400 and 2K. 3,400 is starting to overpower it right now.
Yep. This is the flop I want to bet 3.4 early sets.
34.
Add a little mustard on that.
Chip Critter coming in with 2K.
Big Time Brown, we got to kick it soon, man. I'll be coming up to Cleveland soon, man.
I put him on 9-9 pre-flop. You got to put him on a range. He's got 9-9 and a bunch of other hands, GTB.
I put him exactly on 9. 3.4K
for machine gun.
The most shook ass. 3.4 3.4K for Narco. All right, cool.
It
What
says
is
2 cards over 9 plus 3.4 deep.
entices the lag bluff? 2K and 3.4 probably very similar EV,
2 cards over
but
9
one
plus
is going to
deep,
be higher than
3.4.
the other. I know what I'm doing.
Me too.
Yeah, me 3.
Did Machine Gun go?
3,400.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're going 3,400 here as well. That bread though went 3.4K. Yeah, I mean, I'm going on a larger size here. I'm not third. I'm not going to third here. There's no shot in hell. Because what's going to happen is like we're deep as hell. And B, there's going to be a lot of turns that change the range, change the dynamic of the board. Like there's going to be a king, there's going to be a heart, there's going to be a queen. Even an ace kind of sucks for getting value from some of the range, right? So yeah, I'm just going to use the bigger bet here and start the process of stacking. I'm not.
Agreed.
Yeah.
100%.
3.4K.
Yeah, and a 3-bet body's going to have a lot more of the gutter balls and stuff that are going to float, right? It's kind of scary.
One thing we see.
If it was rainbow, you go smaller.
Nope. Nah, I mean, one thing you see constant in the solvers is like, when it mixes bet sizes, guess which hands bet the biggest. The fucking top pair, top kicks, queens would go big here. Kings and aces probably don't need that much protection with the heart, but without a heart, kings would probably go big as fuck. Queens are going big. I promise they're never going 2K. Maybe queens with a heart, but a lot of your ranges, your big bets are going to come from top, and then some of the other overpairs.
Yeah. Yep. Agreed.
Yep.
100% with that.
3.4Ks it is, and let's see what JL thinks.
This is a situation where I'm going to bet the vast majority of the time. I don't think we want to be betting every hand in our range in this scenario because it's pretty easy for this board to connect with our opponent's range. So I'm not going to bet 100% of hands here, which means when I'm betting, I'm going to be betting with my best made hands and my draws. And Ace-Jack is definitely one of my best made hands. I mean, I'd probably check a hand like Queen-Jack offsuit in this scenario or Jack-10 offsuit if I have them. Those are hands that if we bet and get raised, we're pretty unhappy. But with Ace-Jack, if we bet and get raised, we just don't fold. That said, this time I check.
Whoa.
And when I check,
Critical.
that tells me that in this scenario, I could look at my opponent and tell I thought they liked the flop. Now, who knows what that actually means in reality, but I have to presume that I got the vibe my opponent really liked their hand. If I think they really like their hand, you got to be a little bit more cautious. That said, Ace-Jack's still probably just good enough to value bet.
Well.
If we are going to value bet here, like I said, I'm going to make it 3,400. I don't actually hate 7,200 if we're betting very polarized. Ace-Jack is still probably the bottom of the polarized value betting range for 7,200, but I don't hate big bets either. I mean, when you're playing deep stack, it's okay to overpot if you feel inclined, like your opponent's going to call you with all sorts of junk. That said, in order for me to check here, I must have had a good read that the opponent liked their hand. Fine. Turns a queen. Let's proceed with the read that we think the opponent likes their hand. Should we check? Bet 2,000, bet 3,400, or bet 7,200?
And you kind of fucked up now. So.
I don't even know what you should do now because we made a mistake on the flop, JL, my man. Bet.
I mean, he gave 10 points to the action opposite of what he took, right?
Yeah, I mean, and I love not mincing hands and being honest here.
I mean, and I would argue too. If I look at my opponent and I see they like this flop, then I am frothing at the mouth. Like, let's go. You like this flop? Fuck, I got top. Fuck your king queen with a heart.
Bet 7.2K and fold to a jam. So you're saying turn Ace-Jack into a bluff here is what that translates to. I'm a fish. I need help. Hal says.
I don't know what to do with someone else's live read. Fair.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what to do with your live read, JL. This is tough. Said about considering what JL
everyone
said
checking
about
in my chat saying his hand
check,
became super marginal.
Check turn.
Yeah, that Brendo says check turn.
Everybody checking in my chat. I didn't see Machine Gun scroll through yet.
Did the pot not increase though? What happened to the 3,400?
He didn't.
We didn't bet it. He checked.
He said 3,400 is the best, is the right play.
I love the shock and awe.
He got shook.
Oh wait, he checked.
He checked
He checked the flop.
He checked in game.
Yeah.
What?
So he gave 10 points for betting, but he fucked up
my
and checked it.
God.
Oh, we just
Check
like
for machine gun.
hard
I
ass
missed
poker
that. Wow.
spots.
I like the
We
I like
love
the
hard
I like
as
the wave of
hell.
awe and confusion that came over your face as we said no, we didn't bet.
Oh shit.
I don't even know what to do now.
I know what I'm doing.
Not sure what's happening. Just throwing my hand in the muck. Keaton says everybody shook. He did check twice.
Chris saying
Do you
bet if you
think
check
he
the
would
flop.
bet?
Wait, so the decision here has to go based on the fact
the
that
actual
he
action.
checked?
Yep,
Oh, okay.
He checked twice
Just
after
check.
calling a 3-bet.
he checked twice.
Okay, got it. Wow.
All right. What do you guys like?
I mean, I'm definitely.
What do you think
betting
it's
here. He
up?
checked twice. I'm not scared of the queen anymore. Like I'd be scared if I bet and he called and now the queen comes. Yeah, I'm gonna pump the brakes a little bit. But when the queen comes and he caps twice, like he doesn't have king 10, he doesn't have ace queen. Like I'm certainly betting for value and protection.
You still get called from all of his.
I'm sticking with the
10x
3,400. I would bet
pairs.
3,400.
And I think it's interesting. Like he definitely at this point should be betting his queen X. Maybe he checks for a little pot control with some hands, but at the same time, man, it's just like we block like ace queens. I don't know if he specifically has like a queen 10 or something in this spot, but yeah, I mean, how many treats of value does his hand have right now? He checks twice. Maybe we bet.
I mean, shit, we got to get at least
reevaluate.
one.
Yeah, I got to bet.
I mean,
thought
when he checks twice,
I thought I
I've-
bet the flop, but I didn't apparently. So now I'm
I don't- I
betting
just don't-
here 3,400.
Yeah, after you
You gonna go
misclick the
34,
flop, you got to
you?
bet the turn.
Yeah, I
definitely
see
better.
mostly checks here.
I saw a ton
My
of checks. Yeah. a
I mean,
ton of
not betting. Honestly, not betting the flop. I'm actually gonna size up more in turn now. I mean, I can't bet 7,200, but I'm going more than 3,400 personally.
Well, you go like 80 or something, 80%.
Yeah, like 80%, like 75, 80 something percent, pretty much.
And then
Not
end
probably
up checking the lot of
50
rivers
times
once
dot
that
eight.
bet gets called.
It's like
We still get called up.
4,200, 4,300.
Yeah, you don't polarize the turn with this hand. Super adaptoid saying there's some.
You have to fold to a check raise now, says GTP, but this guy's not going to check twice and then check raise. Like, what the fuck?
on this board.
That shit just doesn't happen. It doesn't happen often enough for me to be concerned. More often than not, when he checks flop and checks turn, he doesn't have a queen. That's all I need to know. If he doesn't have a queen, I have the best hand, and it needs protection and value. That's
What
all I
nut
need to
hands
know.
are we checking? I bet Jonathan checks here. I'm so torn on what to do because we fucked up the flop so hard in the spot where I would bet every
betting.
single time.
No, yeah, I think that
But-
the fact that he checked the flop, he's gonna check the turn. I think that's what he's gonna do.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably find a small bet here
All right,
at
JL.
least.
I
I don't see the purpose of going really big when we're trying to get.
got the
him
red
to continue
phone
with
direct
more
line
and
to
more
JL.
hands.
We're going to have a conversation about this check.
Right, he knows it's a mistake. I mean, we all make them. It happens, but even the set on this flop isn't checking. Hell no. Hands like 8s, 7s, and stuff like that may check.
Dude, if I had
Do
pocket
those
twos,
hands.
if I had pocket twos here, I'm going fucking ape shit. Are you kidding me? This guy's got no queen, no jack. I'm taking twos to the bank. I'm fucking betting.
Bro, this is a
What did
3-bet
Mephisto
pot,
say? If I'm
so-
betting 4 to 300 here and fucking bombing the river.
All right, cool.
Here I have too much showdown value.
Yeah, who knows what these idiots have? True. We were going. I'm sorry, I got lost in.
I think we're checking.
forgot what we're doing.
I think machine gun checked. I think
I
everybody.
was just seeing what that bread.
He did.
I think that bread though said
He
check.
says check turn. I see
Yep,
it.
so did
All right,
Michelle.
cool.
Check.
Oh, let's do it.
If we think the opponent liked their hand, how does the queen line up with that? Well,
He
If
did
you like
say
this
that.
hand, you
tough
need
to
to bet
know
at some
because
point,
we don't know
Jonathan.
what them liking their hand actually means. For all we know, they could have had king queen and was thinking, all right, 2 overcards and a straight draw. They could have had
Monsters
queen
under the
jack,
bed.
top pair. They were happy about it, right? They could have had queen 9, middle pair. They were happy about it. They could have had pocket 10s because they don't know what's going on, right? So you have to understand that whenever you make a read, the read is not, they have pocket 9s, I'm not putting a chip in the pot. You can't make reads like your opponent has a set against people you don't know. And even against people you know, you can't really do that. At least I can't. So this is a spot where we really just want to ask, is this card good or bad for our hand? It's clearly terrible for our hand, right? We had probably the best hand on the flop, and it just got a whole lot worse. So this is a scenario on the turn when the card certainly could connect with our opponent's range, right? No reason they couldn't have a lot of queens. This is a scenario where I'm just going to check it back virtually every time. While I think betting the flop was the best play, I do not think betting the turn was the best play at all. If we are going to bet the turn, we definitely want to use a small size because now we're trying to get called by a jack, right? And if we bet too big,
Cash.
a lot of the random jacks and nines will fold. So this is a spot where we do not need to bet big if we're going to bet. But like I said, I'm literally never betting here. River's an ace. All right. Should we check, bet 2,000, bet 3,400, or bet 7,200?
Oh my goodness.
Can we
You guys
fucking
are
bet now?
brutal. Can we actually start betting?
The fuck, JL? This hand kills me. I had to read that he liked his hand, but he checked the whole fucking way. Like, maybe the guy just had a twitch in his face or some shit. Like, what the hell? I don't know, man. Like, listen, live tells are definitely a thing. I mean, Phil Hellmuth is a great example of a guy who just crushes live, right? Like, good example of that stuff. Live tells are definitely a fucking thing. But
Bet 34 is
the betting tells here scream marginal hand.
Yeah, I mean, the poker, and I mean, for an actual poker hand, you know, despite like the read or whatever, we've missed bets.
When I play,
on both
I'm going
shirts.
to pay far more attention to betting tells than live reads. I mean, live reads are going to have some sort of value for sure,
Fold.
but the betting tells for me are going to way overvalue, be more valued.
Yeah, poker. I mean, you're gonna be playing poker. We use Pio. We play with the solver. We're just gonna be playing the best that we can theoretically every single time, and not ignore.
If I ran this hand, I'd be curious to see how often he checks flop.
Just open fold at this point.
You said how often
Alright,
they
cool.
check flop?
If
in the
there's
solver?
any check at all in the solver,
I can tell you it's 0%.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's 0%
Three bet
too.
pot.
It is
Yeah.
as much zero as it can possibly be.
I'll fucking, don't threaten me with a good time. I got Pio open and running scripts as we do this shit. I'll figure that out. Oh, it's
3.4K. Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say his answer. He didn't even say that. Oh, you did. Okay. I didn't see
7,200. Now Marlon overbetting after he got
3.4K for me. Get me out. Let's do a cash quiz.
Wait,
$3.4K.
GodsBigToe, what you say you're doing here? on the river?
Machika's going 7,200. I would go like 80% pot. I'd be
Yeah, go
like
big.
4,800 or something.
Well, now on this river, since we decided to check everything, in
And
America,
he checked again
so-
on the fucking river.
No, if he checked, I mean, at this point, I'm overbetting because, for the love of God, I need value.
Because he lost 2 streets of it. Yeah.
Can I get my value now? Because at this point,
You
I
can
mean,
find
I'm
some
over.
heroes from,
I'm
like,
overbetting
ace-10
with bluffs
expired.
and my exact hand, pretty much. I mean,
I
Yeah.
like overbetting here a lot. My only fear is
Oh.
that he doesn't have a ton of ace X when he check.
But he kind of does, right?
So,
At
You
the
think?
same time. Well, yeah, he never led. I mean, he's still gonna have some ace 10, some ace 5, some suited aces
Yeah.
he caught
Sure,
a
I'll
three
give you
bet
that.
with. And I mean, I guess if he buff catches, it's gonna be real polarizing since there's missed draws out there.
yeah,
And if he's
front
ever
end
gonna
flush
call,
draw
so it's
miss.
kind of cool.
I don't hate
Yeah,
the
I
overbet.
mean,
I'm
I
afraid.
wouldn't-
I'm
I
trying to
didn't
target
see
get
it, but I
called, but I
like
don't
it.
mind the overbet. I don't think it's a problem at all.
but at the same time, we're just targeting like any ace X that would call a 3-bet that's any of his suited ace specs to just gets here and then checks and doesn't bet. It's just real optimistic. I mean, I would never really overbet, but I would probably just go 3-4K.
Yeah.
And I hope that would get called. Maybe the small bet just gets called by even more hands, but as played, I don't know, probably just goes like this. Cool. 3.4K is what my man Dat Breads though is doing.
Machine
Machine
gun
gun.
overbetting, I believe.
Hush.
Yeah,
Yes.
7,200.
He's on Team Mephisto. Let's do it. Try to click.
Yeah, I did.
This is an
Obi.
interesting spot because
Thank
we have
you,
the best
Jonathan.
hand
For fuck's sake.
almost every time here, right? So given we have the best hand almost every time, how much should we bet? Well, if you think your opponent is on the weak side, meaning you think they're just going to fold a queen or a jack to any big bet, then you should definitely just bet small. And I would venture to say that that's going to be the case against most players, unless, of course, they are loose and aggressive and like willing to battle, right? If you think your opponent's willing to battle, then I think you should start betting a little bit on the bigger side, because a player who came to battle probably is not going to fold out a queen
Me too,
to
Mango.
a 3,400 bet. That said, I actually don't hate a overbet in this scenario. I don't think this is a spot where you typically want to go for the overbet, even though I clearly have lots of like ace X in my range. And that's going to include some hands like ace jack and ace 9 and ace 3, right? So I don't hate the idea of overbetting. The question is will your particular opponent call if you do overbet. And I would generally tell you that most people probably won't call with a queen or worse against an overbet. Most people will call with an ace because people just don't fold an ace. Now in this scenario, it's hard to know what my actual read was in game because, like I said, if I thought the opponent's range was strong on the flop, it probably got way worse by the river, right? That said, my read could have just been wrong. Sometimes you make bad reads. That happens.
Thank you, Jonathan.
And you have to realize that
they admitted it. See?
If you think you have a read on the flop that makes your opponent really strong, but then you kind of realize you could be wrong by the river because maybe you see something else, or you saw a different read, or maybe you lost faith in it by the river or something like that, then that widens your opponent's range more so than you perhaps narrowed it on the flop, which means that maybe the opponent does just have ace high and you made a bad read, right? If they have ace high, then clearly they're going to call a big bet, especially if they're a loose aggressive player, because no loose aggressive player folds an ace here. So this is a spot where I'm either going to make a 2,000 bet most of the time, or I'm going to make an overbet of about 7,200, and I think either play is certainly viable. You know, to be fair, 3,400 could be fine too. I like the 2,000 bet a lot against most people though, because they have a lot of queens and jacks here, right? And we're trying to get called by a pretty marginal hand. So if you're trying to get called by a marginal hand, you want to bet small, even though my hand is quite strong. But against someone who came to battle, I think we can get away with betting big, especially if you can tell your opponent likes their hand. Like maybe they had jack 9 or something. That'd make a lot of sense, right? Maybe they have ace 9. If you think they have a very good hand, you definitely just want to bet on the big side because people don't fold good hands. This time we do go 7,200 and
king jack.
We get fully paid off.
Oh, I mean, paid off by what? Don't rise us.
Jockin. So,
what do you think? Go ahead.
I love how, Jonathan, clearly an amazing player. The guy's got WPT championships and millions in winnings. The guy's phenomenal. However, I find it interesting that guys like us that do a lot of solver work, Jonathan doesn't do a lot of solver work. He pays Justin to do that, right? So, guys who do a lot of solver work can always get away with shit like this, saying, oh, mixed frequency. And then guys like Jonathan can get away saying, well, I had a live read. In reality, he done fucked up, son.
We got to bet. We're just betting that flop every time. But we got paid on the river. And
that was important. At least we got that back.
Even if you make a mistake in the hand, you can always recover, guys. We're always going to make mistakes in hands. We're not perfect. We're not like robots where we're going to make the perfect decision every time.
Oh, for sure.
But if you make a mistake, we can recover and focus up. It's not the end of it. So it's good. I like that he did.
I quote Affleck a lot because he's fucking smarter than me. But one thing he says that really stands out is when you're playing a Sunday, guys like us that are drilling Sundays with a million tournaments, we're making between pre-flop, flop, turn, river, we're making 100,000 decisions a day. You're gonna make 1,000 mistakes and probably 100 blunders out of 100,000 decisions. It's just
we're just gonna happen.
Just can't be. Have your mistakes be smaller than your opponents. That's all that matters.
Yep. All right, they want to do a cash one. We have a few minutes left. How you guys doing on time for one more quiz? We'll do cash
I
game
can give you one more, but we're gonna
to
find out who won this one.
Wait.
37. I'm sorry.
Oh, you tried to sneak
wait,
away.
did they show the hand?
No, we didn't say what he called with.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, he did. He pulled Faraz.
This quiz is all around.
All around pain train.
He switched it, America.
He switched it.
Machine gun coming in.
No wonder he wanted to bet 20 on it, man.
Hanging out with me last night, getting all crazy in the lab.
No, he's out there taking the quizzes before and then offering.
He's not a PC member. He's not a PC
Son
member.
of a bitch. Son of a bitch. No, I'm kidding. Good job, Machine Gun. You the man, bro.
Cash game
Good
quiz.
job. And Brett, though.
I don't know if
Good
that
job,
Jocka quiz is actually a cash game quiz. Is my problem.
I seen that. It said 5,100 or something like that.
Oh, it says 2-5.
2-5, yeah.
King Jack off 2-5.
Ooh, that'd be perfect. End up with the Faraz 2-5 cash game quiz.
And what do you want the keyword to be? 6 toes. We'll make it easy. And get
We already did that one.
Oh, you did?
that one. Yeah.
What happened to the Mephisto one? Oh, you just gave up on it?
Yeah, because I spelled it wrong and then got frazzled. Now I can spell. I almost spelled it wrong again.
All right.
I saw it.
6 toes in mind.
Right? I'm shook.
We got it. Yes.
Oh my God, we did it, America. We fucking did it. All right, cool. Hey, remember this.
Give me a second, guys. For some reason, oh, there it goes. It's registering now. I don't know what the fucking problem.
I'm sorry, I hit the wrong one. Yeah, we'll do that other quiz.
Jelly Bruce, Dennis, Chip Critic, and Presty Bovine. You might want to try and do that again.
All right, cool. Wait a minute, which one was it?
You should 100% go. We had the conversation.
King Jack hand.
I think you fucked up and should have been there 3 days ago.
Oh, it's up here. Yeah, it says it up here. 2-5. Cool. King Jack off in the cutoff versus button. Black. This is gonna be fun.
I'd have been there back twice already. Marlon.
Give you guys a chance, another few seconds to get in there.
While we're doing that, exclamation 1 PC in the chat. And you will get a link to sign up for free for pokercoaching.com. Jonathan Little's poker coaching site. You get 20 free quizzes, homework assignments, big blind charts for 100 or more. If you've been liking this one, you will see this one from the beginning or any of the ones we've done in the past. We've had a ton of awesome guests. There's the YouTube link. Greg Raymer, Jesse Sylvia, Faraz Jaka, Matt Affleck, Tristan Wade. I don't know, B-Fizz. We've had tons of them. Go check them out. They're on the YouTube channel. Next week, joined by the one and only Mr. Jesse James Sylvia, coming back again. So make sure you tune in for that as well.
Yep, Jesse James Sylvia next week. So yeah, we had Lappy on last week.
My
man. So this week, man, things are going well. Hope you guys are enjoying the content. If so, hit that follow button. Make sure to give my man Toe some love as well. And yeah, we really appreciate the support. You guys being here give us an opportunity to do this. Thank you. But yeah, I am ready to go to roll it whenever you are. It seems like people's names aren't getting registered in here. What's going on?
Mine was lagging for a second too, and then started working.
Yeah, mine is like lagging or something.
Pitch it before the last quiz. I pitch it all stream long.
Space? I think you put a space there.
Did you put space in your 6 toes?
Nope, no space.
There's no space in the beginning there?
Nope.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't backspace or anything. There's no space.
Oh, yeah. More people's coming in now.
Okay, cool.
Went up to 6.
Oh, thank you, Miso. All right, let's roll it. Get it. It's getting late in the day.
Presty dig for the Army.
And, we got my man UNC. Good luck, my man. Make sure to tag us in the chat if when you're trying to let us know what you're gonna do. And good luck. All right, Luckbox UNC. I clicked it.
It is good to see JL as human.
Here we are in a 2-5 no limit cash game, sitting extremely deep with King Jack offsuit. Folds to us in the cutoff. It's pretty standard open, so no need for a quiz here. Get flatted on the button. We're heads up. Flop comes King Jack 5, the flush draw. Our options are going to be to check,
Cash
bet
life
10,
I'm lost.
bet 16, or bet 26.
Help me, my dude. No,
Chip kick and Avatar. Thank you for those.
What are we doing, guys?
One thing that stood out right away is this was a cash game and he did an 8x open.
Yeah, he did an 8x.
2.5. Like I was
yeah,
like,
he did. Oh, yeah, I can do this.
They do that?
2. Must be online. All right, 26 C-bet, just big as hell, out of position, just saying what up. It was that a 12.5x open. No, he went $12.50. So 2.5x.
Twitch.
2.2x.
Yeah, no, it's 2.5. Yeah, 2.
Yeah, it's 2.5x. Yeah, it's 2.5.
Yeah, that's pretty standard.
Was wondering if you could pick your brain for a couple of minutes. Yes, sure, Winter Wind. Hit me up after the stream. That's fine. What are we doing here? Don't be scared. No options in chat. What are you guys doing? 26.
I wonder if Roz is doing what I'm doing. 16 for Dornam. What up, Julius?
2-6. Betting small here, checking
16,
back
16,
monotone
16,
board.
16.
No, this ain't monotone. This is two-tone. It's spade, club. Boards are usually played with small bets. So Broadway boys like
16,
this
16,
match,
16, 16,
button
16.
flat. This is a mix. We probably check like 40% of range in this one. Likes a good check raise. Run it. Keaton 16.
I don't know if I have it at 100.
These are interesting spots because. Oh wait a minute. Let them get in chat.
Everyone in my chat going 16. I think don't see.
He's going 26. Okay, he's going 26.
Presty. What are you doing, Presty?
Damn, cats are just going big as hell. What is this? What is this cash game world?
Surprising.
When I get sick, do I call it a tow truck?
I know.
16
all right.
Dennis.
What did they go?
Presty. There he is. 16 for Presty.
Okay, cool. Mephisto, help us out here. What do you like here, and what are your thoughts?
Super Adapt makes a really good point in chat saying that they're mixing in a check or betting. I'd be doing the same thing. I'd be checking. I'm trying to see like what freaks. Probably checking like 65% of the time roughly, and then betting like 35% of the time.
Yep.
Pretty much. And then it's really good to check just out of position, single raise pots. I think people don't realize enough. And this even goes in tournaments. Like you're supposed to do a lot of checking. You're like not allowed to bet because they're flattened. Like sometimes people just don't 3-bet enough. They're flattened a lot of hands here. They can even have like, pocket fives already, queen 10 of clubs. They can just have, if they just smash the board like that. But once again, by checking, they're going to stab a lot of those hands. And then we just get to smash them really hard with a check raise. So.
Love it. So one thing that is also is like their flatting range is going to be tighter than your opening range.
Yep, exactly.
So what happens here a lot, you end up putting too much money in out of position versus a range that's stronger than yours on a lot of boards, which is hell. So yeah, I mean, this board, I would check a lot of my range here on this. And then this hand is perfect for a check raise. When we bet here as well, we're going to be indifferent on some turns where a lot of draws get there. We're going to have a hard time tripling. Yeah, so, I mean, when you think about your range overall in this spot and how it interacts and then his calling range on top of that, we're going to need to be checking because his calling range is going to be tighter than the number of hands we're opening. And our equity is going to run very close in these kind of spots.
Mephisto, what'd you say? 65% check is what you said?
Yeah, like roughly around there, or
close.
If I'm betting,
71% check. You were right there.
Yeah, we're checking.
Yeah, and this is cutoff versus button, guys. You were checking this spot so often it's crazy. As you get shallower, there's like 80 and 90% check here. Like
in some spots.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. So yeah, heavy check cutoff versus button. Everybody fucks that shit up.
Yep. 26 it is that we're doing it.
16 for us.
YOLO, fuck it. YOLO 26. Let's go.
I think both checking and betting are reasonable here. Yep. I did decide to go with a bet, with a pretty small bet. We're going to also have hands like ace 10, ace queen, maybe some bluffs like 6, 7, 7, 8, especially of spades that we want to bet here. And we don't need to bet huge to put pressure on pocket pairs, ace X suited type hands. So I'm generally just going to bet 1/3 here. Our opponent does raise, so now it's back to us. We have the option to call or to re-raise to 130.
Call or re-raise?
Of course. But
I actually think it was the video and not you, Mephisto. Because when I muted you, it didn't fix it. What's interesting, too, I'm looking at the sim on this. King Jack off, straight 50-50, bet versus check.
Yep.
This exact hand.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, you certainly can mix here. And what size when you ran, did it like to bet? Was it small bet or did it like to go 60 foot? And we got to take into consideration, this is cash. I don't know if the cash ranges and with rake and whatnot, if it changes. But, yeah, the ranges will be different for sure with rake.
It actually mixes evenly between bet 2 and a 7 and bet 5 and a 7.
Cool. Nice.
20%
Nice.
25% each.
Yep. Cool. What do we like here, guys? He calls.
Presley's calling. Call for Dennis.
Raise
because it's cash. Is Bruce. Call for GTP.
UNT. So I'm not a dunk. You got a 1, sir. I got to kick you out the Mafia. It's been good having you, man. No, I'm kidding, buddy. Iceman, thank you for that follow, buddy. Anyway, I don't know. We have top
Lots of
2.
calls.
Let's raise.
Lots and lots of calls.
Oof. Oh, piss. People are just calling, huh?
Lots of calls. I
I
don't
see raise.
any raises.
No raises.
GB says anyone that says call is wrong because I agree.
Let go.
Do you
Raise. Now most of the Mafia is fucking raising. John Big raising.
Everybody calling. Oh, there's Albatross. He's raising.
Raise.
Everybody else calling.
Jack 5-5 unblocking.
Bruce said
The
raise.
King X with no club. Probably high, very high frequency. Especially 5s, right? Just call, plan on check raise, not scary turns. The
Call, size up a blank turn. If we call, we're going to check the turn, right, Jelly? So you don't size anything up.
Call, raise. Okay, cool. This is interesting. Wait a minute. Let me make sure. We got to see. He's raising. Okay, so we're raising over here. Or UNC's raising.
Oh, we're calling. That's what Presti's doing, at least. I mean, I'm raising this. I got all this fucking. How do I get all this money in? I can't get all this money in by calling.
How did we get this much money in, right? Yeah, it's like we're so deep, and then we play the game of calling the raise and then letting them set their price with their draws and worse. I don't know.
That shit.
I don't know. I mean, I tend to fucking push equity here. As I think the board can change a lot, but he can still just call with a lot of draws. But we get to just, I don't know, get a lot of value from that stuff, and I'm ready to run it. But yeah, I mean, I find a lot of raises here. We still get called by a lot of worse hands. Some of the flush draws might decide to just call that. Straight draws, if he did semi bluff any of those. King, queen.
Bear king, calling.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of his kings may still just continue. As well, especially any with a single king with the club. I don't know.
Queen 10, ace 10 with the club.
Yeah, I mean, they're all calling. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
I like the call here.
You would call just
controversy.
Yeah.
Because when we're this deep, you think when we're raising, we're this deep and you can still call, like we can't get all the money in on the turn, and it's going to be like turns that make us indifferent, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. But
Money
then when
in.
the thing is that when the turn comes a blank, then I can start also playing turns with a check raise to just allow them to just blast off if they're not hitting their
On
let's say,
clean
never
ass
come through
turns.
and stuff. Yeah, I just don't like in cash game. I just don't like 3 betting. Like I do it really at a low frequency. I mean, you can 3 bet them here after they raise in position and stuff, but I tend to just lean towards a call, just allowing somebody to just destroy themselves. And then when scary cards comes on the turn, then I can,
Pocket
just
control
adjust
a little bit
accordingly.
less.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, that
Because
makes
I don't want
a
to
lot
just
of
start
sense.
3 betting here. They already have pocket 5s or something, or then the club comes on the turn and it's like an ace of clubs, and then they have exactly queen 10 of clubs, and then now I can at least make decisions, and like you said,
Right.
I get to pot control more.
Yeah, we probably make a little bit more money by kind of pot controlling, calling here, keeping our range a little bit wider. I mean, yeah, it makes a lot of very good points. I mean, when we raise here, even to 120, and he calls that, there's going to be a handful of turns, a queen, a club, a 9, an ace, where things get kind of awkward, right? And we're out of position. So, cool.
Sim has it
King of clubs
50-50.
doesn't count.
Call versus
That makes
raise.
We are. I'm sorry, I got. We're raising. That's what UNC is doing. Let's see what Faraz doing.
Calling, I believe.
Yeah, we're raising. What were you doing here, Tal? What would you do a lot in game? I would find myself.
I'm raising.
This is cash. Yeah, I mean, so it's a little bit different.
I mean, you showed me interest, and I got the fucking nuts. So
Get the money in.
yeah, if you
Let's
didn't
go.
show me interest, I might do something different.
And I'm definitely just calling here.
Raise.
I don't see
I clicked it.
the value in raising. We are
God damn.
extremely deep, and so it's not like your opponent's just going to get in an ace high flush draw or straight flush draw for this many chips. If they were to put more chips in, if we re-raise and they shove, we're very likely to be up against a hand like pocket 5s. Um, so yeah, I'm definitely just calling here. Had we been shallower, then yeah, it's possible they could be raising with something like King Queen. It's possible they could have been slow playing aces pre-flop and now they're raising it. It's possible they may just want to get in ace X of clubs. So shallower, I think it would make sense, but this deep, there's just no reason to do anything other than call. Turns a deuce, opponent bets 85. We can call, or we can raise to 200, or we can go all in.
Fucking Faraz making this quiz from like the inside of a refrigerator or something.
Oh, that's Faraz with
It's
the
Faraz.
noise.
I muted Mephisto thinking it was his air conditioner because he warned us, but it wasn't. It's him. It's Faraz.
Oh, it was. Oh, I thought it was me.
No, it was Faraz. Yeah.
Yeah, you did mute, then I seen it, and I was like, I still heard it. It's like, what the fuck?
Oh, okay, that's good.
Crazy Six, if we mix our king jack off for their 3-bet, what do you think about the properties like holding a jack, spades, or king of clubs, and how they affect our frequency when we have a blocker to some of their flush
Jack
draws,
of
especially
spades
if we have a
definitely
king?
a viable issue.
Well, club, like if we have the king of clubs and stuff like that, that's such a good fucking card because it's just gonna block so many of his backdoor flush draws. I mean, his actual flush draws he's gonna have. So I feel like I have like it's a little bit easier to call because our hand needs a lot less protection. In those spots. So yeah.
Same thing
I'd
with the Jack
probably
of Spades,
fold.
right? Like those backdoor flush draws, he doesn't have as much either.
Yeah, we're blocking a lot of backdoor flush draws when we have, especially a club in our hand, the front door and a spade. Like I would just be calling a lot more. Raise hell, we already out here drawing, so we on full pump mode. UNC is just like says
A lot of people
fuck it.
calling and a couple people raising.
Raise to what, my dude? You raising to 200? You
200.
going all in?
I say 200s.
I'm at UNC says raise. He's already
Preston's
fucking got
calling.
4 points. He's going 200. Relaxing. Raise to 200. I'm down with UNC. Ooh, some 200s out there. Arley's calling again. 197 in the pot, and we have 447 behind. Villain has 362. 4-6. Woo. Okay, cool. I'm going to let him own himself here. This size makes no sense. Yeah, this shit is so weird. What do you guys? Wait a minute. So we're going 200.
Press is calling.
So
Yeah, I'm.
Golly. Go ahead, Mephisto.
Here, damn, check raise 200. If I do check raise, I would be check raising bigger. Just because just going 200, that's just not enough. If I go 200, I'm leaving them with like 240 behind. The thing is that like people have to realize that on all equities realized on the river. So you either add 0 or 100%. On the turn, that's where you get your value from. Like, so I want to smash this check raise so that if they do have a club draw or they do have queen 10, etc., they can call rather than me just going so small, because then what's going to happen on the river, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
so
to call with
yeah. So
and if you just call the check back river a lot too.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So here, if I dependent, it's really opponent dependent. Where if I know this person is capable of triple barreling a lot, then I'm just gonna go call. But at some frequency, I'm gonna be going check raise. So pretty much like 50. I mean, I'm guessing 50-50 to be honest.
How
it's
often
just really,
do you see
really player dependent.
Check off flop, check raise turn, and have it not be strong as fuck?
Yeah, and it looks so strong. And then now when the river does come a brick, my opponent has no choice to just jam river. Like they have to jam river if they want to win.
Yep.
So you think by calling here and getting brick rivers, you win it all more by allowing him in the backseat that's sometimes just only going to pay you when he gets there is pretty fucking terrible as well.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like,
but if they're nitty, if they're nitty, then I'm 100% just start. I'm just checking. I have to check this turn because I have to get my value. Like if I know that they're just gonna check back rivers and stuff,
unimproved and not
ace king is gonna check back. Yeah.
Well,
yeah, exactly. So I'm like 50-50 to be honest.
He just called, a lot, which kind of leads me to believe, like, do you think anything outside of king, queen for actual value on the river is going to be too thin for him? For instance, like What other hands would he go like 3 streets for value with here? He only called pre. I don't think he's calling this deep with aces, kings. He like kings and jacks. He has fives he would go with.
He might
King
triple
queen
off
seems
miss flush
close
draw.
and I mean, yeah, he has the bluffs. But
Ace ten
we're
of
thinking about
clubs
his
or something that like bricks river.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
when he has the club draws in his
king,
actual
queen.
hand, it's less
Yeah, I
likely
guess
we
less
were
likely we
calling
have
with
club
the
draw.
clubs.
It's true.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, exactly, because we unblock clubs, so
true.
they have definitely more draws.
Ace
And
10
we
of
unblock
spades.
queen 10. We unblock queen 10 as well.
yeah, this
so.
is super interesting. I tend to fucking jam here, but I can see calling.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see calling and hoping like he follows through and just bets with worse value hands or turns some
Yeah.
hands to a bluff. At least we have the flexibility there, right? So
Yeah. Shallower, we can definitely jam. Or if it's like a 3-bet
This is
pot
so
on turn, we can
deep.
jam. But since it's a single raise pot, we can never jam. Like if
Yeah.
somebody jams here, they
have the
just don't do
fucking
it.
2-pair
They
and
have it.
sets
Yeah.
plus. They don't even. They just call with
Yeah.
all like all the
Everything
flush draw.
marginal,
When you
yeah.
fucking actually jam here, I guess you always have it. I guess we only call. Yep, you talked me.
Yeah.
All right. We
Press is
are
calling.
raising to 200.
Let's do it.
All right, let's go.
I'm just calling here. Similar reasons why we didn't want to raise on the flop. Our hand's
we
just
call.
basically a bluff catcher. If they're bluffing, want to let them keep bluffing, and if they're willing to call a jam here, they probably have pocket fives at that point. So we check, and opponent bets 145, leaving 217 behind, and we could either call or go all in.
Good. I don't understand the shook. This is a non-3-bet pot where do we get raised on the flop? We just check
call,
and they bet. Check call, and it's like
Oh no. On flop they raised in position. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we see bet out of position. They
See bet
raise, we call.
30.
oh, they
33%.
went
They
to
bet turn,
40. That's
we
right.
call.
We made it 10 and they
Yeah,
made
yeah,
it
yeah.
40.
Yeah.
Makes sense. That's why. Yep. You check raise the turn in that spot. It's just too fun. I forgot the story. Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. Our hand is a bluff catcher now. Keck W. I know, right? What are we doing here, guys? All in for taters. What's up, my dude?
Few jams, one
Thank
call
you.
for Deuterino.
District is calling.
Presley, go
What is
jam.
Deuterino doing?
He's calling. Presley's jamming.
Well, you shouldn't be betting that size on the river with 5-5. Villain should never bet here. Check or all in. Betting is zero. Damn. Is that just almost half pot? We are playing so scared, he says. Well, we just got fucking raised. I don't know. Arlie's all in. All in, Johnny Whim. Cool. I forgot to see you. UNC, what are you doing here, my dude? Call, I guess. He just calls. I'm all in. I'm shoving.
Yeah, easy game.
Easy game. I mean, I don't know. Like if he has a set,
Yeah,
I feel like this is just too strong, and we can still get called maybe by
Especially with the missed flush out there, like a king queen or a king
all the draws
ace,
missed and
something
stuff
like that.
that.
Is
Yeah.
likely gonna call when there's a missed flush out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, yeah, if he does actually have any single pair of value hands that he did this or any hands like that, yeah, we can get called by worse. I think we can get called by enough worse when all the draws missed that I just want to jam here for sure.
Yeah.
Yep. 100% jam.
Yeah, I mean, if we have to
100%.
go to the cage, it's cool. Like, yeah.
If they have pocket fives, then I will rebuy.
GG's.
Yeah, you don't put people on just one scary ass hand because he
Yeah.
raised. And if there's other hands he can do this with, all the draws missed.
And
He
like
may
you say,
interpret us as
we're playing with Faraz's money. This is an easy jam.
This isn't my money. This is an easy ass jam. No, kid. Yeah, we're all in. Not district. UNC is just calling. What were you guys doing
Press is
over there?
jamming.
Press is jamming.
Yep.
All right, get me out. Let's see. Oh, I put all
Just
in.
calling the river as well. Nothing really changed.
Oh, you got the
So
right point.
really not too complicated, this hand.
8.
It's
You got
just
8
about
plus.
That's just call.
recognizing that when you're super deep, a hand that might otherwise be like the nuts, it's actually just more of a bluff catcher because when you're this deep, you really want to have the nuts to be kind of getting all your chips in, and we're far
is
from
the
it, right?
nuts.
There's pocket fives, pocket
is
jacks,
the
pocket kings. That would all be better hands. Yep. So that's about it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm probably jamming there, handy. I'm out. Like, yeah, we have top 2. All the draws missed. All the
Everything
straight
missed.
draws
There's
missed.
no
If you,
straight. There's literally
as a set,
nothing.
take my money.
Yeah, there's
Like,
nothing.
if he
There's
showed you King
nothing.
Queen, you're sick to your fucking stomach.
Yeah, because they would snap King Queen and
Yeah,
Ace King.
I don't know.
They might even call like some weird Jack.
Super.
They might
super
call
deep.
like Queen. Like they might try to. The thing is that in this spot you definitely want to be jamming to because they might, some ridiculously good reg might try to bluff catch like Queen Jack of Hearts. Like they really might go that deep if they're playing against another good red who's capable of check jamming a bluff. Like
Yeah,
they might
people
bluff catch
level
Queen Jack of Hearts.
themselves. I don't think there's a chance. Like sometimes people find like there's so much in the pot and they make crazy bad calls, live cash and shit. I'm never not jamming.
Sim,
dude. I think,
100% jam.
Yeah, I mean,
100%
it's got to be
yeah.
100% at this point.
Yeah.
But I mean, happens to the best of us. Nonetheless, I feel like we got fucking wrecked that quick.
We got wrecked too.
Like a 14. We got a 14 or something.
Woo! 23 for Prestige.
Oh, you got 20. We weren't even close to that. We got
20.
we got a 1, 3, 2, 10.
1, 10, 10, 2.
So 16.
Smoked. Prestige, let me know how you want your money. ACR, PayPal, Carrier Pigeon, FedEx, Wells Fargo, Skrill.
But nonetheless, yeah, that'll do it, guys. We went a little bit over, but I want to thank our guests for being a champ today, sticking with us, dropping bombs. You can see why the man has been doing well and crushing, and like he's got a 200 poker IQ. You'd love to see it. But
Thank
yeah,
you. Appreciate it.
no
Appreciate you
problem.
having me
Prestige.
too as well.
Yeah, anything you want to say to like the community? You want to plug anything? You can plug your stream, your Twitter. What's upcoming for you? What do you have coming up, my man?
Oh no, I'm probably gonna be playing like Sunday and Monday. I mean, as usual, stop by the stream. As usual, I'm playing high stakes, always playing a 630 high roller. I mean, I think a lot of people have seen me FT that on a regular basis.
Yep.
And playing with the best of them, like Ape Styles, like Creantino, Slurry, all the top regs and ACR. I play with them on a daily basis. So if you want to see some high stakes action, then definitely stop by the stream. And of course, I do play as low as like 55s and 109s and stuff at times too. So, but yeah, we're still trying my best, and even doing something like this for me is great because I get to get some studying in. I think people forget that you have to continue to study to be considered one of the best, and I'm not taking my foot off the gas pedal yet. I know that I make mistakes and still got to improve, so you gotta hit the books, everybody.
Yeah, that's a great mindset
Study.
to have,
Study.
man.
It's
Yeah, he's got a great mindset for sure, man. And yeah, we appreciate you coming on. Guys, once again, we'll give him the shout out and spell it correctly in chat this time. So make sure to give him a follow. Here we go.
Yeah, I put all those links in the chat, guys. Exclamation PC in the chat to sign up for free for Jonathan Little's poker coaching site. 20 free quizzes, big blind charts for 100 blinds and more, and homework assignments. If you sign up for the premium, there's webinars every week where you can get personal and ask questions to these coaches. There's the Discord. Discord's hopping over to the private Discord for poker coaching. Check all that out. If you've liked this show, you want to see this one from the beginning, you want to see any of the ones we've done in the past. Last week we had Lappy. Before that we had Faraz Jaka. We got Jesse James coming up next week. We've had him in the past. Greg Raymer, Bet on Drew, Fat Train, Lango. We got a ton of people coming in here all the time. Check all those out. They're all on the YouTube channel. Everyone we've ever done. Thank you for the 100 bits, GTP. Cash your command out there for sixes. Sixes. There's no toe without sixes. Give him some love. We put the guest command in there for Mephisto. Give him some fucking love too. Study stream, Rainus. I owe you guys two. I don't want to do it like with no notice. So let's plan for next weekend. Fucking all the series and shit's been killing me. But next weekend we'll do study stream, guys. Who you want to throw the host to? Sixes.
Yeah, let's see who's out on the streets.
Kmart, Bras. Those are the usuals, or we can throw it to someone new. Tonka.
No, those cats are too big. They already eat well enough. Honestly, I'm always trying to support the smaller streamers forever.
Smaller streamers, we got
Bras
JG
is out there.
Reggie. Yeah, we got Bras.
Yeah, I mean, he's part of the poker coaching community and really appreciates he's been in a guest here. So let's always support the community that supported us And we really appreciate you guys. So make sure to drop those emotes in chat. Give my man a follow once again. We'll be back next week with Jesse James Sylvia, one of the game's best. And we're excited for it. And I'll see you guys tomorrow playing all the fucking majors, baby. Let's go.
Peace.
Peace out.
All right, later, everybody.
Peace out, guys. All right.
I'm off stream. It was a good one, guys.
Let me make sure I'm off, and I forgot to hit the damn. Oh, he's out. Oh yeah, there we go. Right now. Yeah, that was real good, man. Thank you again, my dude. Appreciate you coming on. We got to link up. I mean, there's always other opportunity, hand history reviews. We try to stay in the community like this, and I think it's